those of you who might be new to speedrunning, speedrunning is something that we do here on the channel. I normally speedrun Persona 3 Reload, and recently I've been speedrunning a little bit of Final Fantasy X. Kingdom Hearts has been very tempting as I've never ever speedrun an action game, and even if you are new to speedrunning yourself, I would invite you to take a look at this run because you might just see some cheese mechanics that you never got to see before. This is a video by the current world record, and the exact category is any percent, and this is any percent in English because there's an English and a Japanese category. Console 60 FPS, difficulty is beginner, and the world record by Podgy is 2 hours 44 minutes and 35 seconds. We're not going to finish the video today, but we may start watching it before we start playing the game. So it's our new little project to do. Yes, I did complete Kingdom Hearts 2 today, Bahamut. I did do. If you have any knowledge on the Kingdom Hearts 2 speedrun whatsoever, if you watched it or if you tried to speedrun it yourself, I invite you to explain away. So anything that you see on screen, I'm gonna need some input, and the chat's gonna need some input as well. So let us know. Just drop all the backseat, any I was about to say bombs, but that's not appropriate. Anything that you want to say, feel free to say it. I do think that we're going to get a little bit of explanation from this. I really do hope that they have commentary as well. So this speedrun, honestly, considering the difficulty of the bosses, it doesn't look as like it would be as bad as Kingdom Hearts 1. Kingdom Hearts 1 it looks extremely challenging, and I'm not saying that I would never try it, but it has some very high and high level, gameplays and gimmicks and this and that. If you have a link of a particular speedrun that you recommend, like that has good commentary, you can send it to me. I actually don't know where to look for it. We'll see what the commentary is like here, and I'll turn on I can't turn on the captions anyway. Guess I'll just subscribe. I'll share the link in the chat as well if you want to have it for later.
Just boosting CR and Pirates for early game. I mean, the spookiest one is OCP. So the fact that you want to do that means that you're probably okay to do the rest of them.
So this is the English version. The Kingdom Hearts 1 speedrun
Time on Summit
is optimal in English. Not in English, in Japanese. But this one has 2 categories, and this is actually really nice because we get to see what they pick. So in Kingdom Hearts 1, I actually struggled to find an English version of the run. This one is English. Obviously, he picks the sword. And considering this is the beginners, I don't know when he gets to use the items. You get beginning.
Jumps so much.
Do you get to do the beginning items? Maybe we could find the GDQ one. If you have a link, send it away. Oh, send it to me on Discord. Twitch will block it. And on GDQ, I think we might just be able to see the camera as well.
You mean like getting insta-killed at the beginning?
Yeah, we can't see the chat here. I'm not that happy with it. Thanks for the link.
Oh.
This one is by Ninten in 2 hours 30. Wait, when was this? 11 months ago? What category is this? Because this is shorter than 2:30.
Ninten running the Kingdom Hearts 2 critical any percent. Take it away, Ninten.
Hello, everyone. We're playing Kingdom Hearts 2 today. My name is Ninten, and let's just get started.
Wait, what category is this?
2, 1, go.
Oh, it's critical?
I'm joined by these lovely commentators.
Yes, hi, I'm Jay Hobbs.
I'm Thar.
And I'm Spike Vegeta. Hooray! Yay! Yay!
All right. This is actually my favorite category of this game, so I'm really excited to be showing it off here.
That's fine.
We're just starting out here in Roxas Road. This is like the tutorial section of the video game here. And the RNG is actually set when you start the game. So we're able to RNG manipulate the first couple
That's
fights.
fine. At least we're getting commentary. Why not?
On the first fights coming up.
Yeah, let's watch Critical. Why not?
Increase the strength by 1 there as well, which
Is it easier
really
for
does
some
help.
reason? Why do people run
Yeah, that one
Critical?
strength difference actually makes a huge difference in this game.
Oh, begin with more AP and abilities. Oh, that might actually be fun.
So again, like Nintendo said, he's going to be RNG manipulating right here, doing an exact combo.
Kinda
on
like the
Cypher.
way we
So
run
you keep this
Persona
RNG
on
manipulation
Merciless.
Going a few more minutes into the run.
Yeah, so all these combos is like, it's...
All
one, just
right,
a
I
good
can
way to
vibe
beat the
with
boss
that.
quickly, or, you know, boss. The little tutorial quickly, but
Okay.
also is
All right, that's not
going to
bad.
continue manipulating that RNG.
Basically,
Yeah.
the RNG changes based on enemy action, and the enemy action is based on what we do to the enemy, so how we hit them and how we let them respond.
Yeah, and as you noticed there, I was actually doing air hits at the end, so we'll be opting to do air combos whenever we can. It's actually really hard to do them as Roxas because he's a bit heavier than Sora, but they are faster.
What do you mean
than ground combos.
heavier?
The animation's just quicker.
This is one of the biggest reasons we do the RNG minute. Look how
Yeah.
fast. And in case you were worried that Critical was going to be any easier than level, like only
No.
slightly.
Oh, so Critical would be the optimal way to run this, wouldn't it?
Here. By empty hit, we mean not completing the
Just
combo,
that-
just doing the first two hits of the combo.
Yeah, so doing
I
the
never
empty
thought that
hits is
the
because
physics
the
matters
finisher,
like
the ending
that.
of the combo knocks away the enemies, and we don't want that because then we have to chase them down.
Yeah.
So we'll be trying to end the enemy with the last hit of our combo if we can.
Yeah, especially Dusks. They love to just kind of
yeah.
move around all wildly, and that finisher does a lot.
Faster
you know,
to
a lot of
lose
damage.
certain
It's really
battles?
good, but
See, I never knew
it's not
that.
Worth the time it would
I
take to
thought
chase
that-
him back down after you knock him away.
Yeah, so this is battle delivery. We have to do a job and then talk to
I thought
Hainer.
you have
We actually
to.
don't have to
I
do
can't
that many
remember
jobs,
if we
just do
lost
one of
that
them.
battle. We
And
did
as long as we
lose
do
that
well
battle,
enough
didn't
in
we?
this minigame, then we can go talk to Hainer and
sub-7.
finish up.
Sub-7.
Oh shit! That's a fast minigame,
That is
isn't
not
it?
easy to do that in under 7 seconds because there's a lot of you don't want to just press triangle to deliver a piece of mail while you're just on the ground because then all of a sudden there's a ton of lag coming out of that. So Nintendo was always trying to like jump.
Wait, he
when
only
is
did the
delivering
one
mail,
battle. How much
and,
money
like,
does he
as he's
have?
Landing out of it. Yeah, it's very Tony Hawk. Very good.
How is he able to do that?
This is almost a Tony Hawk block. Sorry, keep going.
Now we're entering.
Do you only have to do one
we
mini
promised
game and
there's
you
gonna
can
be a
go
lot of
up?
action in this run, and you're going to start to see
No
it on this
way.
day when we've had our first boss. Actually, one of the more challenging fights in the run, but we'll get to that there. But another section of RNG manip. To progress this, we're just going to do 10 hits on the Dusk. As you can
Why
see,
was
we are
I
not
doing
any
all
damage
of
to it,
them?
But our hits are still counting towards the progression. There we go.
That's exactly what you want.
Yeah, so we did the reverse Sora there. We'll be doing that throughout Roxas Road because it's
Wait, he
stuns
takes
Ducks. So let's just get free hits in.
Oh, he takes
Picked up the shield
defense.
there as well, the Dream Shield, which affects the ability routing throughout the game. So as you level up which abilities you unlock, that is determined by which Dream weapon you pick, and the shield is going to be very helpful. There is like a sword route for critical as well, but the shield has a lot of varied tech to it. That
Oh,
Nintendo
that's
wanted to show off.
cool. We actually picked the shield
Yeah,
there.
shield route is just really safe.
Bahamon, have you tried the run?
Yeah, we'll be getting a lot of abilities that will be very useful later
If
on,
anyone
especially
has
for
any
Pokemon.
knowledge on the
So that was a Dusk fight
run,
right
now's
there.
your
Heading into
time.
Our first actual boss fight.
I'll
which is
really
Twilight
appreciate
Door.
it.
It's actually a really tough fight.
Right here in this menu, Nintendo is applying all of these like bonus. Was that no experience or anything?
Almost.
You put it on and
Almost.
then took off. Yeah.
Okay, I was making sure. But all
So you
of
don't
those
fight
abilities that
these?
you just saw Nintendo start with there. Those
And you
are
don't collect
bonuses that
anything.
come from starting on critical.
I do wonder if there are
mode.
specific
So
chests that we do
Square's
collect
idea
throughout the
of kind
run.
of balancing critical mode, which was added to the final mix version, was to say it's going to be really, really hard. You're going to
Yeah, he just ignores everything. Makes sense.
1-2 shot everywhere. But we're also going to give you a couple of niceties up front, like a finishing
fight a
plus,
lot.
allowing you to do
Just when you
back-to-back
have to,
finishing
right?
hits, which are your most powerful attacks, pretty much across the board. Stuff like
I
draw,
appreciate the
reaction
English
boost.
version
We'll get
because
into
I actually
those
want to
as
see
the
which
fights
abilities
kind
they
of apply
pick
to them.
early
But yeah,
on.
A lot of cool bonuses right there.
You also deal a little more damage on critical mode than you do on standard. Beginner does even more, but
weapons affect
critical also gets
abilities.
a nice little damage buff.
Didn't get extra defense, but
That's
he
why I
chose
like to
defensive
fit around the
abilities.
menu.
Right.
My apologies.
Yep. It's just how we make the time.
Runner.
And the chests in Kingdom
This is
Hearts
like the
2, they're never
introduction
RNG,
to reaction
right?
commands. So every time you see one of those triangle prompts pop up on screen, Nintendo using, mashing triangle and hitting.
Maybe
one of those.
that's how we're
gonna
gonna
use
do
those a lot
critical.
throughout the run. I
Maybe
think
we
lot of
do
people
a
remember
run.
This game is mash X and triangle. But
I just wanna see
we are
how
gonna
hard
use
it
them in
is.
that kind of fashion. Like
Right.
they
Absolutely.
are
They're
very
all planned and
specifically used.
calculated.
Yeah. In this fight, though,
I think I would
for the
prefer
openings,
this
not much
run
to do
over
besides
the
use
other
them.
one, but I haven't seen it,
After
obviously,
this
so I can't
animation
really
here, we're gonna
tell.
have,
Oh, they're
Nintendo
fixed.
Actually, getting into kind of the difficult part of this.
In Persona,
Yeah,
some
so
are
we're trying to
fixed,
get
some are
4
not.
air combos and maybe an extra hit at the end of it when he's knocked down here. So he's stunned for a certain period of time. And like I said, air combos
So we
really
never
hard to do
pick
as
the ones
Roxas,
that are
so
not fixed.
It's quite difficult to get these air combos in. Yeah, all right, that's good. 4 air combos.
That's good. That's good.
Yep. Persona good spot. Kill this boss in time, even though we missed that extra hit.
Jump with that double
Did
finisher.
he miss? I thought he hit 4 times.
Plus Spike was talking about. Nintendo knocks the Dusks away because they can absolutely get in the way, and then he's listening for an audio cue to dodge them here. A little bit of an empty hit there, so that this finisher...
What's the audio cue?
And don't let that fight fool you. Nintendo just absolutely schooled that fight, but that is a very challenging fight to learn, and it's the first major
Makes it
fight of the
look
game.
easy, right?
And not only was Nintendo
Like, how
beating the boss
fast
there, but
is
also
that?
knew
Holy
to, like,
shit.
actually kill the creeper. That spawned as well for the extra experience.
Yeah, so that experience actually matters. The experience
Also
in
in this run,
game is
do you have,
pretty important to
like
stick
in
to,
Kingdom
so we'll be
Hearts
trying to
1,
hit
like
certain
a
level
particular
thresholds throughout the
time
game.
when you have to end
And
the
one of those actually coming up at the end of Roxas
cutscene, like skip it? Because
Yeah,
in
that's
Kingdom
like
Hearts 1,
2
there are
experience or
certain
something.
moments
Yeah, maybe 4, and it's
when you
absolutely
can like
worth
try to
paying
skip,
attention
but it
to.
won't skip.
So now we get the struggle fights right here. Yep, all of these you need to, ideally you can last the entire minute.
Oh shit, look,
all 200 of the orbs and finish
I don't know what he did,
So you
but
see Nintendo
the
getting a
orbs
really
kind
good
of
corner shot
come
right there.
to him
46
rather than him going
Hater
around
is really
picking them up. I really sucked at
One
that.
of the hardest fights in like the early game.
But maybe there's an
And we see
ability
another
that
one of those critical
like
abilities
allows
that
you to
we
collect
were
the
given at
orbs
start of the
faster,
game. Make use
or
there. Draw.
Your next weird
Basically sucks
cutscenes,
in
right?
any, items that enemies drops. In this case, struggle orbs, but later in the game, HP orbs, MP orbs, money. Basically means you don't have to walk right on top of them to get them, which makes these struggle fights very fast in critical mode.
Yeah, and on VV here.
Oh, that's in critical mode.
VV down. We
The-
can't see their health yet, but we're going
collecting
to
the orbs.
see
He was
soon.
just talking about
But
that.
we were able to get VV to 0 health there and knock it down.
42 flat.
This is good commentary.
And even right
Shit.
there, the one spot where Nintendo got, you might have thought that was a mistake. That was actually intentional because of how draw works with it. It's better to just take that one hint and you can keep all the orbs clustered up. It works really well. So now Nintendo's going to be using a lot of those empty hits, like we said, not using the finishers
dodge.
unless he can
Get more
actually
draws.
project it pretty well. That
Good
was
fight.
good.
Good fight.
Would you guys be interested in this
Yeah, so it's
run?
another fight there. When we fight multiple ducks, we're trying to hit multiple of them at the
Do
same
you
time.
like the
Save some
Kingdom
time
Hearts
getting
2
extra
run?
hits.
Chat, can I get a
Like if I ever wanted to try it, would it be fun?
So here we're going to be beating Axel with 6 air combos. You have to dodge his attack right there. We don't have guard equipped yet, so it's actually really hard to dodge that. Then get in.
If it's good commentary, if they sell me the run,
Good adjustment on
I'm scared of action run. I've never done an action run, never ever in my life.
If you do, you have to.
It would be fun to
on the fly
try.
Adjust to it.
Yeah, Nintendo's also one of the best runners out there for games like Kingdom Hearts 1 as well, where jump combos
thanks.
are the king. No problem. But yeah, where jump combos are the king. So you have to get really, really good.
2 more
at getting
draws
those
and 2
little
more
micro
luckies.
jumps and then getting an entire combo out.
Yeah.
Nintendo
Is he
potentially
losing?
there
Why is
because
he
you have
losing?
the option to either win or lose. You get a better prize from losing, which is the medal, an accessory that gives us 1 more strength.
Oh shit!
For 1 of any stat, especially strength in this game, makes a big difference.
Really?
Yeah,
And
so this game is like action RPG. The RPG elements definitely come into play a lot in the speedrun. You have to pay attention to a lot
How
of the
cool
stats.
is that? You get a
I
better
feel like
prize for
casually
losing.
It's more action and
Yeah.
some
Yes,
RPG,
right.
whereas in the speedrun it is equal parts both.
So because we have that medal,
That's bullshit.
Dusks are going to get a little more HP since battle level is going to rise on this day, but we are able to kill them in 1 less hit.
He's
So
using
they will
the
technically
medal
still
and
have
he's using
similar
scan.
HP as they've
Okay,
had
makes
in the
sense.
past few days.
Yeah, so right there I put on guard and scan. We can finally start seeing the HP as Thar mentioned.
Don't count
And we also have
remake
guard,
as
which is
action
gonna
run.
be
This
very
one?
useful.
Yeah, we're gonna have a few like sections here where Nintendo has to go
The speed of the menu.
basically take care of a couple of
Right?
mini games. But this is a good time to get to the basics of the video game. If you've never seen Kingdom Hearts before,
Not someone telling us the speedruns are boring today.
It's kind of like your JRPG menu.
They have no clue.
In this game, it is an action RPG, but you actually decide.
Oh,
what
7
your
remake.
character's gonna
I
do
was
by
like, oh, I was
selecting
thinking
it
about
from
Kingdom
the
Hearts
menu in real
remake. Oh,
time. And you have to
that
do
is an
with the
action
gamepad.
run. You are
So
an
there's a lot
action
of
RPG
strategies and a lot
runner.
of situations, especially later on in the run,
That is
as Nintendo has more
absolutely
mechanics available, where he has to do menuing.
You know what?
In
Guys,
mid-fight,
Eleanor,
like,
Yeah.
to be able to
she
pull off
runs
straight-
Final Fantasy VII Remake.
And everything.
Give her a
Another
follow.
very difficult fight right
Now.
here.
Yeah, so right here at the reacts to where the VV clones
Right
spawn
now.
and their attacks. So whenever they spawn, they always do a hop, and then I can catch them at the end of their hop.
They are being so mean too.
Yeah,
Their
just
spawns
that
were
spawns
bad.
there.
That was
Yeah.
a really nice recovery. Rough
Yeah, it was
start
handled well.
getting
Wait,
hit, but
a recovery
Nintendo played
from
that
what?
very well.
Sorry, let me see that again.
And I can catch
I didn't
where
pay
the VV
attention.
Menuing, especially later on in the run as Nintendo has more mechanics available, where he has to do menuing in mid-fight, like to be able to pull off strats.
In the middle of your combos and everything. Another very difficult fight right here.
Yeah, so right here at the reacts to where the VV clones spawn and their attacks. So whenever they spawn, they always do a hop, and then I can catch them at the end of their hop.
They are being so mean too.
Yeah, just bad spawns there.
That was a really nice recovery. Rough
Yeah, it was
start
handled well.
getting hit, but Nintendo played that very well.
So he waits for them
It
to
was
roll
definitely handled. It was
first.
just absolutely rough spawns at the beginning.
Yeah, that's pretty much really the only major RNG section of Roxas, the Roxas prologue section.
Yeah, believe it or not, this Roxas section is actually one of the hardest splits in the whole game. It's like one of the hardest segments. So.
Really?
Like, Painter in particular is so difficult. As somebody
Yeah,
who
we're
learned
gonna do
game
this run
not too long ago.
if that's
it's like,
the-
I spent so long on Painter.
if that's
And
the
then this,
hardest section.
right here is a perfect example.
That's
of how
probably
hard
really
it is to
hard.
do combos low to the ground because you're fighting Shadow Roxas, who has your hitbox effectively,
Yeah.
which is extremely low.
And Roxas in general is just scuffed, his hitbox included. To do those combos properly, you got to do your first hit and really delay your second hit. Otherwise, you're just going to go right past his right ear.
Yeah.
He's going to hit
A
you
lot
back
of
and you're
these
gonna have
things
to-
that they
looks
don't
like
talk
nothing, but
that
go
they
boot up
talk
the game,
about,
get
I
to
don't
that point,
see
you know?
until
will
they
just
say
whip
it.
over
It's
his
so
head for minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you got to make sure that you time your combos.
If you lost to
very
Shadow
precisely.
Roxas in the next
for
fight, you
most
do
of the
more
combos
damage
in the
in?
game, I will be timing it.
Do you?
But with that,
This
I
one
think
is
we
full
hit our
of
first stretch
gimmicks.
here.
I
We'll take a
love it
little
already.
breather. It's so cool how fast Kingdom Hearts runs are nowadays, especially with all the faster load times. Let's kick it over for some donations for about a minute or so.
Oh, heck yeah. We have so much love for
Okay,
the
what's
runner
the-
here. We have a $50 donation from Spacey L1
Yo,
and
that's
Tragic
Spacey.
Huey. You got this, Nintendo. Super excited to catch Kingdom Hearts 2 live. We have
there a reason why
another $50 donation from MDLATQP. Made history multiple ways today. 50 million, PV's world record, performance enhancing cheese, the prize wizard.
Oh, I was
restoring
like,
the
I'm looking
timeline
for a
with
reason and
Thursday.
everything.
Can't wait for more.
That's the
Everyone's
thing. It's like,
amazing.
why
I
does
love
he
you
do?
all. Less than 3.
It's like that's
missed
what I do
something
with the
when I
runs.
went
I'm
to
trying to figure out why they're doing it. It's like, oh, okay, that's just for fun.
Tonight has been a journey.
You still have some time.
Honestly, that is fun. That shows
We
that they're
have
comfortable
a
with the run.
$25 donation from Crazy Comics. Hi, Nintendo.
Hey, Crazy.
Yo,
Hobbs
what's up,
and Spike.
Yeah, I think I did notice some of these things in Neon's runs. I had to ask him about it.
It's strange to not see Trinity Fire or Limit Form in simulated Twilight
This is
Town.
kind of nice. It has you run through the game
Not
again.
only has
Like
it
I've
been
just
an
played it and now I
honor
get to
race
see
you
everything
all
again.
in
I love
a new
it.
way to play this incredible game, but it's been cool to get to know y'all through it. Shout outs to the wonderful Kingdom Hearts 2 rando community and all the other amazing friends I've made through it. Love y'all and may your hearts be your guiding key.
I feel
Aw,
so much better
that's
that we
cute.
were not
That's a
the
cute
first ones to bring
message.
us the rand.
Yeah.
I know. I was
KH2 Rando is amazing, though.
It's
I
a
was gonna
great
say,
rando,
if you even just enjoy this game casually, go to kh2rando.com and try out the randomizer because there's so much that you can do to make it accessible for people who do not.
Randomizer, that's
And
a...
with that,
That's
we're
like an
back into the
external mod
action
that
here.
I have to
After we get
download,
rid of
right?
These 2 ducks, we're gonna find
I think
our
that'd be
first
fun.
assassin. These enemies are actually very tough. Later on, they're gonna be pretty scary because they can one-shot you. Getting hit there is
Does
fine, just get
randomizer
them. They take
include
actually
things
the same
like
amount of hits
Keyblades
as the
or no?
ducks.
Like, can you get different ones?
And then we have to run back over to the.
What's
main
included in the
go
randomizer?
through just 2 more fights before the end of the Roxas section.
and we get control Sora and we get to start playing the game.
Oh,
the
you
video
can
game.
choose. Yeah, makes sense.
Well, we actually
it's
get
a
to
mod.
see, well, coming up in the next
How
15
fun
or
would
so
that
minutes, we get to
be?
see the first look of the costume bid war.
Oh, that's
winner.
true.
Oh, that's
yeah.
right.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I forgot we don't get to see that in the Roxas section.
No.
The Sora section.
I looked up, it had the Nickelodeon bid war there. I was like, are we playing as Danny Phantom? Honestly, there's some pretty good
Not me
mods.
still being offended at the fact that someone said this is
KH2
boring.
random honors. Make a Danny Phantom mod now.
Yo, can I play as Garfield?
So if you want to go crazy, you just turn everything on, right?
You had to will that into the world, huh?
They're already working on it. By the
yeah.
end of the run, it's going to be available.
So we don't have much in the way of movement options right now. You've been seeing Nintendo use a whole bunch of like.
He just
skateboards
basically
and stuff.
hugs the stairs.
And this game is definitely much more about the combat. Like the combat is.
Oh,
the bread
even
and butter of it.
bosses? Really?
Spike always likes to describe it as kind of the side dish. You have
yeah,
the movement
yeah.
as side dish. So I love little things like that where you hop over.
Yeah,
the
we'll be hopping
banister.
over here, right here,
Yeah,
too.
and then jumping over a corner here to get around. There's a lot of spots where you want to make sure that you are minimizing
So
the
much
amount
to
of
learn
times you are, like,
about the
jumping and then
movement,
landing
especially in a
somewhere,
game
because
that
landing
where you can
causes you to
jump.
kind of freeze
In
place
Persona
for
3,
just
you
a few
can't.
frames, like just a
So
moment before you
jumping
start
would be
walking
like
in.
a
That's why,
completely
Nintendo
new
back there
thing for me. It
jumped
doesn't
after
sound
landing to go right
difficult,
to the
but it
doorway
can
to get
be
rid of
if you're
the
like
landing
new to
animation.
having to jump
Yep, so here's the
optimally.
last mob fight, I would like to call it, where we fight 4 Dusks. And we're going to be fighting more enemies after we get rid of 3 Dusks. So a pattern that happens in this game is that whenever there are multiple waves of enemies.
Yeah, Kingdom
the next
Hearts
wave will
1
spawn
is
after you
very
defeat a certain amount
difficult.
of
I watched the
previous
run
wave.
and I'm like,
So right there, we're gonna watch out for
I
the
don't
assassin
know.
spawn. Always attack
I
the
don't
spawn.
know, guys.
And then after getting rid of the first assassin, we
Don't
get rid
know
of the
about
dusk,
that.
and then just have
Do you
this
know
last
what
one left.
the most intimidating section of Kingdom Hearts 1 speedrun for me is throwing that barrel
Axel 2 here.
on the
This
island.
fight is
Like where you
mostly,
have to throw the barrel,
scripted in
jump on
terms
the
of how
barrel,
we're
and
gonna
then
handle
jump
it
on
in a
top.
speedrun, but things can easily go wrong. if
That's
they
fucking
didn't, and it's gonna have
scary.
to react. And that's a lot of fights in this run, basically.
Right.
I want to see how they
Really
fight the
seeing a nice
bosses. I
buff here
have
from
to see
having
these
that
fights. I'm
finishing
so
plus,
excited.
Extending those combos and doing big damage. And now we get that reaction boost where you press triangle, bring, there goes a lot of health right there.
Oh, so satisfying. Look at that.
That's pretty much
So
the end of Roxas
good.
World. Just going to walk through the next door.
That fight is one of the examples of the fight in the critical mode run that actually is faster in critical mode compared to the other categories. In this case, because
Actually
the reaction
faster.
boost makes such a huge difference.
as well
Reaction
as
boost.
the
Not me looking at the
Yeah. Same
easy
with, like,
categories. Like,
taking-
yep,
but
this is the
struggle
way to
fights in general,
go.
like all the struggle fights, I think, are faster on critical mode as well.
Oh, yeah.
As a
Yep.
result.
So we got our first big menu here. A lot of things happening in this menu.
Party attack. I'm sorry.
So we got our first big menu.
Sorry, I have to see this. Let me. Okay, let's put it to 0.5 because I want to see the menu.
A lot of things happening in this menu.
Sorry about this. Party attack on both. Donald. Wait, did he unequip? He unequips Donald Cure. Why? Okay, they add potions instead? Is
That's
that
just
Nice.
beautiful, man.
So good. So good. I love
Sorry?
menus in this game, man. They're so crisp.
They're
They put Donald Goofy
This
on
game
party
is so
mode and
responsive
remove
with
their
the
items.
inputs.
It's just
So
a first.
annoying, I love it.
Nintendo
Oh, they
did a few
removed
things
the
there,
potions.
mostly
Oh, I
took
didn't-
the
I
items
didn't-
from
I didn't
party
get
members,
that.
which he's gonna do a lot.
I thought they were putting
because
in
items are
potions. That
very
was
useful,
fast.
just like in any RPG speedrun. And also took Donald Cure off, I believe, to make
Yeah.
sure that
Yeah.
he can actually take enough damage in this next fight a lot faster.
Yeah, so the party member AI is something that
Oh,
we
you need to
changed,
take that-
a couple times throughout the run.
they'll
now we're just
explain
making
those?
so
I
that
just
they
need to
attack all the
listen.
enemies that we're not attacking, and we'll be messing with their settings every now and then. So, this fight
So
is another
you
fight
have
that
to
we
take
can
enough
actually,
damage here.
use the
Are you
fight
trying
and
to
progress
lose
the game.
here?
There's a couple fights like this.
Oh, nice. Good RNG.
You are trying to
That's the
lose.
move we want to see from the dusk, the upside down walk.
Oh, because you can't
actually
really
a good
die
name for that,
here,
what was it?
right?
Nothing.
Oh yeah, I know.
You know,
It was just
No, there
upside
wasn't.
down walk.
Yeah,
totally.
upside down walk.
Yeah.
mess me up something out.
Yeah.
This is such a fun run already. Holy shit. Are you seeing this?
Die, and this time it's against shadows.
Dude,
which
death
are
abuses that are
slightly
just
more
fast.
annoying Because
Yeah.
sometimes
Like, this is fucking fun. Look at that.
This one's like, yeah, it's one of those where you,
Lots of
it's almost
gimmicks.
runner preference on whether you decide to fight this fight out or take the hits. 'cause
Right.
This one you
sometimes they
take the
act how you
hits,
want them to,
right?
And other times they don't. But
So you
all three
basically
hits.
have
I'll
3
tell you my
small
time in
lives on
mode. I can't
critical.
tell you the amount of times
Is that
Donald
correct?
actually
Because you
finished the
get
fight.
hit like 3 times and then you die.
No, Donald will literally, like, I try to die and he will just thunder all the shadows and just
Yeah,
win
that's
the fight for me.
It's a
Yeah.
theme
Oh,
in this
God.
game that your party members always do the opposite of what you
Oh,
want.
that's
them
why
to
you
do.
removed the cure. Okay,
There's
that
a lot
makes
of times in
sense.
Kingdom Hearts speedrunning where you want them to just do nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Genuinely don't. Because then at least that keeps the fight consistent and locked down. Here, though, we'd like to see Donald using that thunder, getting his Zeus on.
That was a really
was
good
gonna say,
one.
we are-
That was an insane first wave.
We are the only people who play this game.
See,
in the
I can't
entire
tell
world
what
who don't
insane
want Donald
is.
Cure.
I'm, you know, like they're like, oh, this was really good, and I'm like, that's just
Yeah,
shadows.
so the shadows are actually interesting because
or heartless.
Finish. Good finish. Those-
Donald!
Guys, that was an incredible first tower fight.
Yeah.
That fight is
That was
notoriously annoying
really
for
good.
speedrunners because
Yeah.
of the RNG of shadows.
But Nintendo, you were saying about
See, that's
so
the thing about
shadows,
learning to
as you
run.
can see,
I
they go
love to
underground,
learn
and
what's
that's terrible because you have
incredible.
to wait
You
for them to
know,
come back
it's like
up.
I like to
But
know
they actually have a
where
frame
I
where
need to
they're
be
vulnerable.
excited.
And so what happened there is I was able to catch them
That's
with a really
exciting.
well-timed Keyblade swing as they come out of the ground with that one frame. So it's a very, very tight. It's very tight to catch them.
Yeah, we're not gonna have to deal with shadows too long in this run. Like they're not. You're not dealing with them absolutely forever, but they're definitely.
Who here has tried any version of the Kingdom Hearts 2 run?
And the goofy assist at the end!
Let's go.
That was an unreal tower.
Yeah,
That was cool.
just to finish that thought. Thankfully, we're
Oh,
going to be
annoying.
able. We're gonna have more ways of dealing with shadows going underground.
You didn't even go time to talk about how that fight worked. You just played
No.
it so well.
Yeah. quick kill there gets you just a little bit more experience and tiny bit of money.
Again, the EXP routing is very, very tight here. A number I always look for is seeing if he'll reach level 8, which has a strength and a magic increase on it at a certain point in Land of Dragons.
Really hard, isn't it?
Pops up there. And you'll see he'll barely get it.
So here is the incentive that y'all donated.
This is my favorite part. One of my favorite parts.
Timeless River
That was
Sora,
so
the
nice.
model that was never supposed to have color to it.
It now has color.
Yeah. I don't remember, is this colored in the game normally or somebody colorized it?
No, I think somebody actually colorized it.
Oh, okay.
It was made by Jacob, actually, so huge shouts to Jacob.
Nice. Gonna head over to Hollow Bastion here. Now at the top of the tower, got access to the first of several drive forms that we'll be getting in the run. These are, they're kind of like a weird fusion kind of thing.
What happened there?
The run. These are, Tower got access to the first of several drive forms that we'll be getting in the
How did he do that? Did you see that? How do you do that?
Now, at the
Look,
top
how
of
do
the
you
tower,
jump
got
over
access
like
to
that?
The first of several drive forms that we'll be getting in the run.
What the?
These are, they're kind of like a weird fusion kind
How
of
do you
thing.
do that?
Basically, you take the power of a party member, you can see Goofy's gone now, in order to change your form. And we're getting a Timeless River Valor form here, which is very nice.
Lock on
Yeah,
it.
it looks
The
sick.
drip on it's really
Oh
really cool.
shit! I
And
didn't
this
know
one, we
that.
use Valor Form not just for movement, but also for fights. You'll see that you're able to kill enemies a lot faster because you have 2 Keyblades, a lot new abilities with the dual-wielding Keyblades. And this is a fight that actually you can lose and you can die.
You're actually in the drive form.
Critical mode, as I was saying, is so tight on experience that we need
So
the
cool.
experience from this fight to be able to.
I
go
never even
faster
saw
later on in the
that
round.
That was
prompt.
our first look at the
Played the whole game, never saw that.
Them in the fight coming up here
Fucking
as well.
hell.
Oh, sorry, yes.
Had to whoop for the little...
So he has like particular
Over the right.
packs that he fights, but then the rest of them he doesn't.
I thought I was going to make the same commentary. Let's go. This is why we work together. I was going to say...
I thought it was a Canadian maple leaf on his shoulder.
I was going to wait for the next Valor form use to bring that up. He was like,
Oh,
did anybody else see the Canadian flag on his...
I was so confused.
Always Valerie run faster.
We'll see it later.
Do you only go into Valor
So actually
form
got
in
a
this
really bad
run,
pattern
or
here. So Leon hit the dust towards the back of the room. All the enemies are programmed to go towards the gate because we.
I
need
can
to
actually
protect
turn
the
on
gate.
the
When it
captions.
gets
Sorry
destroyed,
about
we
that.
lose the fight, but that shouldn't happen. So pretty much what we want Leon to do is also be at the gate and take care of these dusks. I want him to stay there because after we kill all of these dusks, a samurai are going to spawn on this side of the arena, and I want to get
Can be
a
death
dual
abuse,
stance,
so
which is
sure is not
a
worth.
reaction command that kills everything around me, and we get it by guarding the samurai attacks. So we want
This one you
Leon
have to
leave them
fight 'cause
alone
it's the
here,
gate,
so I
right.
can get a guard off and then get into a dual stance. The creepers will spawn here as well, and once they're
Kinda
gone,
crazy
the
that you
last
don't
wave will
use
spawn.
Master and
So I
Limit.
actually want to pay attention
Oh,
to
you
when
use
they
limit.
die.
Always
And
them
this
in
is where
limit,
Leon
but use
can
Valor as
kind
well,
of
right?
hurt things is he'll go and attack
Anti-form?
the samurais and
How do you
cause them
purposefully
to
go into
stop their
anti-form?
attack, which
Do you
it's
only
like,
use it
he's
in
helping,
the
but that actually sucks because we want to
in
block that attack.
the world that never was?
Nintendo handling
'Cause of
very well
the
there
higher
on the
chance,
last wave of
or-
Dusks here. Probably going to throw out some blizzards if they stack up, but they're not. So just go
There's a
with,
reaction from
like,
command in case
regular
Leon
attacks,
dies.
too.
Yeah, there's a lot of audibles that Nintendo's going to have to call on the
What's it called?
There's also the security system ruining things as well. on
Yeah,
that, but
let's go.
surviving a Bailey is always something that you're happy about. So.
Yeah.
It's fast as fuck.
Just chiming in, we have just less than $45,000 until 1 million. The countdown begins.
I want it to be 1 million while we're up on the stage. That would be cool. Make it happen. Okay, thank you. Now, this is the mod. We don't have to gummy.
Yeah, so
going.
That was
now
your
that,
Disney song.
They're hilarious.
Now that Kingdom Hearts is on the PC and also recently on a Steam version, we're able to actually skip
How old is this?
the gummy missions, which makes the speedrun much
July
better because we don't have to go
5th,
through all of the
2024.
auto-scrollers.
This is less than a
Cuts
year
about,
old.
Like nearly 30 minutes off the run.
Yeah. Spike, could we get one note of or I'll make a man out of you?
I hated this part. This is why
That's all we have time for.
I
Thank you.
didn't like the Land of the Dragons as much.
Listen, for every dollar we get closer to 1 million, we'll add a note.
All right,
Yeah. So now Canadian Sora throwing down.
Yeah, this is another fight where shadows exist, so it's awful. And they're being a little mean on this one in particular. Sometimes they can kind of group up and Valor Form will take care of them really well. The one nice thing is that Valor Form levels up these drive forms. You can kind of think of them like jobs in Final Fantasy.
Yeah.
They level up separately.
That's a good
independently
comparison,
of
yeah.
Sora, and they're generally by using them. And the way Valor Form levels up is by attacking enemies with Keyblade hits. So you can see Nintendo just got level 2 there. The one nice thing about like sometimes when enemies are mean is that maybe you'll at least
I love
get
how
more
he says
experience on your
mean.
dry form as a result.
It's so cute.
So here, now that we have reverted out of Valor form, we lost it. We're going to be making use of a spell we just got, Fire. And Fire is going to be very useful against these shadows because
I want to do this run.
every single frame. So whenever we see a shadow underground,
I saw someone 5 minutes of it, and I already want to do it.
We'll catch it. So
This is fucking fun.
Yeah,
How
fire
many
gives us back our drive
cool little
much faster
things
as well.
about
So
it
we see drive
that we
gauge on the
get to
bottom right.
already
We want
see?
To hit 3 to go into Valor form.
Such a
Valor forms will
cool
be using different
run.
amounts of drive. So be paying attention to that a lot throughout the whole run.
Yeah, magic in particular is so good.
Oh,
at
I
recovering
fucking
drive.
like
Just as
this.
this fire is hitting multiple enemies, that
wow.
bar is just
all the shadows
skyrocketing.
are on.
Then once
It'll take me ages to learn it,
once he
but
takes care of
still.
those first shadows and everything, switches
Fun.
Donald back in to help.
I'd
finish
love
off
to
enemies
try it.
with that thunder or just deal damage to them.
Donald is definitely our strongest party member in terms of damage output at this point in the game.
Do you know what's
Yeah,
good?
and
It's
that
in English.
Will remain true for a lot of it.
You don't have to like switch to Japanese menu. This is a category, and this is
You
fine.
have just enough at the end of this to where once he takes out this rider,
I'll use a
Chris
bunch of
hits
these.
that level 8, and you see the magic
Yeah, makes
increase right
sense.
there. That's how tight the EXP routing is here. even
I can only imagine. Like,
because
but
now with the help of
randomizers are
2
always so
blizzards,
fun.
you should be
I
able
want to
to
do a
take out this
Persona
first
3
shadow.
randomizer
Snipe
as
him
well
right
at
here.
some
It's actually
point.
pretty hard to
Yeah.
How
time.
fun would
tough
that
to
be?
time. Oh,
yeah,
yeah,
unfortunately.
unfortunately. Just nice.
Good
Nice.
Donald.
Yeah.
Donald, good
Yeah, Donald
backup.
helped me out there.
Donald's kind of being a baller right now.
That's what we want him to do.
Oh, the alley-oop.
Something
So
relatively
what did
new.
Donald do
Just
here?
just
I want to see
ignore
that again.
These tents. That's Donald.
Out this first shadow.
Yeah, we're gonna snipe him right here. It's actually a pretty hard visit
Yeah,
to time.
really tough to time.
Oh, he just went and whacked them with the thunder.
Nice.
Good.
Well, that
Donald.
worked out.
Donald, good
Yeah, Donald helped me
backup.
out there.
Donald's kind of being a baller right now.
That's what we want him to do.
I love how they see that. Like, I'm
Relatively
watching
new.
it for the
We
first
used
time. I
to
can't
just
see
ignore
these things.
tents, but now,
Oh
what
shit,
did
you can
VG
actually
call
set
the-
these on
the
fire?
arson?
I did not know that.
We're gonna
Oh,
burn all these tents. Go ahead and
motherfucker, I
Yeah,
didn't
we're
know
gonna bring a lot
that.
of tents here because it actually creates
I
more
actually
room for the shadows to
struggled
move
here.
around. They actually just come towards us. We got a little unlucky
Except
though.
this one.
Yeah, except this one just kind of camping back here.
I
This
did
one
not know this.
feel like it today.
Bringing Goofy so we can kill this and go into Valor. form
How do you
again.
do that? Do you
Valor
cast?
form to end the fight
Did he
quickly, but
cast
we're also
fire?
gonna use it for some movement after the fight.
Yeah,
which
we
is one of
Yeah, it
one of the
gives
things
you
I love about
more
this is how we
space to
transition
move.
from,
Makes
like,
sense.
using a drive form in a fight to immediately using it for movement. So it's got like, you know, the double whammy, double benefit.
Spike and I can't get over the fact that this is Canadian Sora right now.
Oh,
I'm sorry.
I was also laughing at the fact that she's like, what? I can't remember the male character's name from Mulan.
Ping.
Oh yeah, ping.
No,
Ping was-
the leader.
Shang?
Shang.
Chang.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Shang, I think.
He's just like, oh, could you please protect our campsite? He's like, I got this. No more campsite to protect.
Are
baby.
they talking about the voice actor being
The
Canadian?
little movement with the delay right there, and just
Is he
able to
really?
alley-oop the Nightwalker off of that into the wall and still break it up. Because if you don't finish the animation, it doesn't actually blow up the wall. None of this is doing anything until the end. So really good manipulation.
Do you know why I
on
lost there?
Ninten's part.
Because I tried to be
Ping
greedy
tried
and
to
go
ruin it
back
too.
and pick up all of the
Ping
chests.
hit the Nightwalker
Yeah.
and almost hit it too early.
Yeah, that's one thing I don't think we mentioned in this game. The one thing that's really works.
Wait,
to
they
our
have
benefit
timeless
in this game
river
is that
Sora
whenever you
modded
hit an
in.
enemy,
Yeah.
they will hit you back.
Wait,
Oh yeah.
Especially later on.
like
in the run, we're
how?
gonna use that a lot to our advantage. But that's just something to kind of
like they have a Canadian Sora?
So heading into this cave fight, Nintendo gets reverted.
I hated
from
this
Valor form
fight.
because, like I said,
This
Valor
is
form
the one of
requires
the
you to kind of
another
team up
reason
with
why I didn't
Goofy
like
to
this
use it.
world.
And Goofy gets pulled out of your party for this fight. So that is important because you notice that drive gauge is at 3. It's maxed out, even though Nintendo was
That's
in
not normal
Valor form.
Sora.
That's something
I wasn't paying attention to
when the game takes you out of a drive form. It'll absolutely fully refill it.
Yeah, so as I mentioned before, how the shadows go underground, fire is.
Wait, what's
active
wrong
for
with
pretty much
Sora?
The entire time that it's out. So if we fire around the shadows, then they'll never be able to.
Modder
escape
runs get rid
the
of gummy
attack,
ships and
we won't
runners
have to
can
worry
use
about
their
them
own
going
modded
underground.
Sora?
It's a very useful spell. I'm just gonna let him attack here.
Wait, what's wrong with
Yeah,
Sora?
that's a safe call.
He could do like one of two things, I think, maybe 3, and the spinning attack would have probably killed Nintendo if he let it happen. So
Yeah.
that
Trust me, these fights are a lot scarier than they might look.
Yeah, our crowd here, our live
I
crowd's being
thought
awesome.
that there
They've been
would-
clapping after all these because I cannot stress to you all enough. All of us now.
Wait,
we've
how
all
is he
ran this
different? I
before.
can't- I
This
can't
looks- or
remember.
This is so much harder than I think Nintendo
Timeless
ever
Ri-
makes it look.
Yeah.
The specificity.
Oh,
of
he's
every
not
single
like
fight is off the chart.
I didn't
Something we're
recognize
very
it because
rarely
he's
gonna have time to get
colored.
Into is that positioning in this
Yes.
game
Ah,
Way
but
more than
he's
you would think.
and he has a.
But we're heading into Nintendo. Are you going to do some of the experience, or is that more of a beginner?
No.
I don't remember.
No, we will be getting a lot of experience though.
All right.
Because we want to hit. I think we're looking for.
Does he have a? Does he have a?
Till the next level.
That'll say.
I was in a.
Save for level 10.
I didn't pay attention. I was just looking at
In
what
the
he's
meantime,
doing.
Nintendo's going to be taking care of these rapid thrusters with fire, speed traps, and regular combos. This is a timed fight, so we can't speed up anymore. So you got about 35 seconds or so for donations now.
Perfect. I got so many piling up. We have a $2,000 donation.
Jesus.
From Delvin, less than 50K to go for 1 million. Gosh, chat. Let's get that done. We have a wonderful donation.
Once we start doing mods, it's gonna be so fun.
For $50. Had to donate during Kingdom Hearts. It's been such a big part of my life. I even named my cat Kyrie. I'll donate another $50 if the crowd and the couch can do their best to try to get my cat's attention. Good luck to Ninten and the rest of the runners. All right, folks, let's get on that.
Why was that the scariest summit fight of all time?
Oh
my
Unfortunately, Nintendo did not hit the level threshold.
Yeah, it will be okay though.
What's the level threshold?
Here, so I should hit it on the boss fight that we wanted for.
Is that the RNG of the run, or something happened that wasn't supposed to?
To this game in general is always know all of your backups.
No, the key's the blade.
I hate you, Hobbs.
Thank you, back couch, for supporting me. But yeah, now this is a good introduction to one of the big advantages of running this game on PS4, PS5, or PC is that your loads are significantly faster.
Yeah.
So you can actually save warp and move.
Do you
to a
craft
different part
anything
of
in the run?
world, and save enough time to do that instead of other strategies.
Yep, so cool movement tech right there. We actually get hit to get damage boosted on the way to this next fight. And I'll be doing this fight in Valor form. It's a little bit of a scary fight because we have to fight the bow towers in Valor. And they like to just kind of face away from you, and you can only hit where they're facing. So first we clean up these Nightwalkers.
That good dodge.
Oh, I see.
Of course, it just barely lasted.
Never paid attention to that.
Mulan's Mulan now, by the way.
Oh, and way more useful.
Yeah,
there we go.
That was a pretty good ending of that fight. Yeah,
Mulan-
very sexy.
Mulan actually got customized to party attack earlier as well, if I'm not mistaken. So that way she can take care of some of the extra enemies in this fight. So that way they don't mess up the gate and make you lose.
All right, so on Shan Yu here, we're going to be running up to him. And
He does have a-
blocking the reaction command by parrying him. Because reaction command does a ton of damage, especially on critical mode.
That's a fucking.
this reaction command will
That's a
also
Canadian
defeat
flag
the
that
Nightwalkers
he's got.
from the right
Look, he is a
Which should
Canadian
actually give me a level 10
Sora.
right there.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Is that the flag? Am I seeing that right?
Keyblades, you have the strength stats of both Keyblades. So another reason why you do more damage in Valor form.
Yep, so he should go into his next phase here. Now we're going to guard his attack to go into the reaction command again. And thankfully this boss actually takes a lot of hits before he retaliates, so we should be able to beat him before he gets a chance to do anything here.
And that blizzard almost. Yeah, I did too. There you go. Very nice.
So why does he
Something about
cast
this game
Blizzard
that
there?
I don't think any other Kingdom Hearts title
Instead of hitting
in
him.
order to kill a boss, you have to kill them with the finisher. You can't just hit
or
them.
some kind of special attack. at least.
Oh, you can't
Any
just
magic
hit
spell
him?
counts, but for like ground combos or air combos, it has to be a finisher.
Yeah, or you got to be in like Valor form and do certain
Yeah.
attacks or something like that, or use something like a horizontal.
Yeah, so basically,
Yeah, I did
whenever
notice
we're
that with some of the
finishing off boss
bosses,
fight,
but-
we have to do a particular attack, which is why I might like opt to do not a full combo on them.
I was about to be
So
like, Spike, how about
normal
go to
attacks are not finishers.
I don't know if you know that.
That's why.
Did Zem come to this event?
Honestly,
Dude, I was just screaming during the Ken Griffey Jr. run a few hours ago.
You're like, I'm not.
I gotta run up my pipes, dude.
Okay.
we have quite a bit of movement here before the next.
So what's
fight.
considered a finisher? A spell? Like magic?
Toss over for some donations. To
A
mention
reaction
here is
command?
that if you look in the bottom right, that drive.
Or maybe
gauge is
a- like a
totally locked
limit?
up. So Nintendo would
Like
love
a
you to
drive,
use Valve form to
like a
run
drive
to
limit?
Fight faster, but unfortunately can't due to just story reasons.
In the underworld, heroes are zeros.
That's kind of unfair to anyone who's actually using physical attacks to fight, because magic is considered a finisher, but like if you're just doing regular attacks, that's kind of not.
Some donation.
That's kind of not.
Absolutely. We have a
Not
$25
fair.
donation
I don't think
from
the final hits
Koobaroo,
of the combo.
donating 25
That
money
didn't work for me
during one
many
of
a
my
times.
favorite games of all time being done by Ninten, one of my favorite runners. I've been looking
horizontal
forward to
slash
this
final
run
hit.
all week.
Oh, so
I'm
it can't.
so glad it is
Yeah,
here.
it's
Great
easier to
luck
cast
with an
magic
amazing
than do
runner
the final
and
hit.
couch.
Yeah.
Best of luck on the run, Ninten.
I loved magic. In Kingdom Hearts 1,
and support an
I used a
amazing
lot of it,
cause.
but I had a sword and a shield because I didn't know how much I would love magic.
Bonus any percent.
Then I chose magic in Kingdom Hearts 2 because I was like, yeah, I'm gonna use magic a lot. Because I loved it in Kingdom Hearts 1. I never ended up using it.
Almost 3,000.
It didn't feel good.
Any percent run for that.
All right, and we're on one of the scariest fights of the speedrun.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Let me just do this menu very quick.
No. Wait, stop menuing. Stop. I have to see this.
For that.
All right, and we're on one of the scariest fights of
so
the
sorry.
speedrun here.
Yep.
Let me just do this menu very quick.
He unequips auto limit, that makes sense. Donald Cure is equipped. No, unequipped. Equipped.
All right.
Yeah. Giving Donald his Donald cure back, we would actually like him to cure us.
Sorry.
But as everyone knows, let's see what happens.
Yeah, so we're gonna jump back and do a fire here. So as Thar mentioned, the enemies attack you whenever you attack them, and that's great for the bats because they actually do, they give us the reaction command to Bat Cry, which does a ton of damage. It really one-shots everything in this entire fight. So that was the first platform. There are 3 platforms. And the reason this fight is actually extremely scary is because we get 2-shot by nearly everything. These Lancers do a ton of damage. I want my party members to be here to body block for me right there. See, or Donald actually took a hit there.
Yo, my man.
Yeah, that first person was not just swag from Nintendo, although he does that too. But also it helps the party members warp up to you, and Donald took the hit as a result.
That was a beautiful second platform right there.
Exactly.
So here's how much damage you'll see from the Bat Cry. It might actually kill the Lancers or get close at least.
One unfortunate thing about Hades' Fireball is, one, it can do a lot of damage to you, but it also, when it hits enemies, it can knock them away as well.
Yep, so now this is actually the last wave of the fight. The large party can one-shot me. One more Bat Cry should be enough. Oh, this is a bit scary.
That was a good potion.
Yo, nice option.
There we go.
That was very good.
Jesus.
That was an extreme, like down to the
Did you
first
see that?
platform, the bat like decided to move towards the exit so he could finish it and get down the ramp faster. Like that was incredible.
Yeah, Nintendo showing his experience, nearly 10 years of running this game at this point. That
10 years.
We've done lots of runs of this. I can see, just grab the bat and start hitting the large body, right? But he knew I have just enough time to fit in throwing a potion.
He knows every single one of those enemies like the back of his hand.
Use the Bat Cry and get
Holy
through.
shit.
Great job.
Really bring it up, but we have potions customized because we're going to be using them as like a safety tool throughout the run. Every time I get hit, I want a potion because I don't want to take a death.
Yeah, and
Dying in this run, we cannot emphasize enough, is really bad.
Yeah, it can definitely
You
be
lose a
extremely
lot
bad.
of time.
yeah, there's really nowhere you ever want to die.
Yeah.
Like it would only be the worst.
wait.
No, I can't unsee Sora.
Oh no!
What? No!
You suck.
You said it this time.
We were.
Oh!
So,
Is that
we
on
pulled
purpose?
one over on you, chat.
Wow.
No one's
That's
ever made
never
that.
not funny.
Yeah, it's funny every time.
You got me.
Oh, he got me too. I think that was on purpose.
Ready to go. Where's Blood Thunder?
But yeah,
We're on permadeath.
so there are several fights in this game where Mickey has a chance to spawn and kind of save you from losing the fight if you take a death. That
But-
chance is actually guaranteed the first time you die in one of those fights. So Mickey will always spawn here if this is the first time we die.
Oh,
in one
shit,
of those fights.
really?
And it just turns out that he's generally faster here. Not even always, because Mickey can be a jerk and not really do that well. But he did pretty well there, I think. I feel like he did okay.
So ideally, that is the only other time we'll see Mickey throughout the entire run.
Yeah.
There was like a thought to use him in one other fight, but again, as Hobbs said, the first time it's 100% guarantee. The next time I believe it drops down to an 85%.
That was a good
chance to
fight.
show up.
Around there, yeah.
And thankfully, enough other strategies have been found to where that's just not necessary. It would suck if you had to rely on it.
There's like a ton of background mechanics happening throughout the speedrun.
That was a
we probably
really,
can't get
really
into
good
all of them
fight.
right now, but Mickey is one of them where like we know the percentage chances of one will get Mickey.
So what would be the reason to
We're no
activate
longer
limit
in the underworld,
early?
so we can actually go back into those drive forms for movement. And we'll reiterate it a few times, but Valor form is our fastest method of movement right now because you just run faster.
Right.
Yeah.
Even that room was just so short, it's worth going into Valor form just to get the run speed.
Oh, running speed.
Right here,
Oh,
so we get,
shit.
7 times 3.
I got to welcome in. How are you doing today?
It's so funny. I'm such a math brain, and I've never thought.
Yeah.
I'm
just
doing
make sure you
very
blow up
well.
7.
Just finished Kingdom Hearts
I've
2
been
and we're
running this
watching
game
the
for 4
speed
years, and I
run.
never knew each one dropped 3.
It's actually such a fun run.
Killed Aaron's until I got enough.
Now
So he was
Nintendo's
using
100, but there
Valor
is gonna
for
be a
faster
larger
movement
that
throughout the
drops a bunch
Coliseum.
of
That's
orbs
heavy
later, so
micromanagement,
he's just
and I'm
trying to
here
kinda get
for
as much
it.
as he can until that
So
spawns, like,
good.
clearing out space for it.
Yeah.
Very lucky
Fortunately,
spawn there.
Yeah. Or sorry, yeah. Fortunately, not unfortunately. That spawn was right next to Nintendo.
Now Nintendo's just gonna chill until we get the last wave. It's better to
They're
just
just
chill.
gonna
Oh, you leave 3.
This
Oh,
drops 3 big
okay.
orbs, each one worth
Wait,
10.
why'd you leave these 3?
100.
Do they not matter?
We clap for math.
Guess they don't matter.
Time for math. Hey, yo, big math. Now we're going to be making our way
Yeah, I'm
down
starting
into the
to
underworld
understand
on
like which
our
points
way
there
to,
are
kind
where
of
you
a
want to
rough
use
little
Valor
gauntlet of
for
fights coming up here.
basically for
Although we do have
movement.
about another
How
40
cool is
seconds, I would
that?
say, to get another donation
So
on that way to
no
$1
dodge
million.
roll.
Let's get it.
We have a $1,500 donation from
go.
DL12. Great cause, great game, great time.
That
What
was
more can we
AP Boost,
ask
I
for?
think?
We have a donation from the lovely community of Nintendo, Zach the Robot.
Hey.
Ooh, for $500, I couldn't
There you
think
go.
of a better person to showcase this game to the GDQ audience than you, Nintendo. Keep crushing it.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, let's go, Zach.
Really
Also,
exciting
Zach's been doing
run.
A ton of awesome work on our interstitials.
And he's
so,
playing
yeah.
on a really, really high level. It's actually beautiful
You're
to
good to go
see.
for another one.
I love runs like
We
this.
have a $100 donation to MSF from Podgy713.
Let's go, Podgy.
I would
Always a
love to
treat
try.
seeing
This is a
Kingdom
lot of
Hearts 2
fun.
at
So
GDQ.
far, everything
Good
that
luck
I've
to you,
seen,
Nintendo.
it's
May the
difficult,
silliness
but
keep
like I feel
itself
like
in
I would
line
like to
today.
give it a
May your
try.
turtles be
There's nothing so far that I've seen that I'm just
Shout out
like,
Podgy.
And shout out to Podgy.
You know,
Podgy's,
something that
very
is
good,
super
80% winner
annoying.
of This game.
I'm trying to see if there's
Speaking of the
anything that is
silliness,
super
we have to
annoying
do
to
A
me.
mini game here with Demix.
Like everything can be learned, but
Defeat 100
you know.
clones. We have to hit the clone to get the wild dance reaction commands. And it's kind of random wherever Sora faces when he does the command. So we want him ideally to face towards Demix because that's where the clones spawn from. But sometimes if we get knocked away far away, it just slows us down a bit.
I didn't like this in the.
Oh, so fun fact is that the RC actually pulls in the party
In the
members. If you
game.
look at them, they're
I
gonna be
think I
pulled in
died
by
here
the
like
end of
3
the
times.
reaction command here.
Pretty sure I call all 3 of you guys that during
But
our
you
practice.
just use the
Yeah, I
wild
didn't
dance,
actually
right? No, I love it. I love it.
Oh, nice.
45
45
flat.
is good.
45 is
Run looks
around what
fun
we
as
wanna see.
fuck.
And now we got the Olympus Stone, so we can go into drive forms now.
Yep, and I was going to say, Nintendo also picked up an item earlier in a large chest. That was a power boost that
Yes.
gives that 1 extra strength. And as
Really
I mentioned
difficult?
before-
Like I've never ran
As I
an
mentioned
action
before,
game.
that
It would take
strength
so
matters.
long.
Every single stat matters, especially on crit. Like
But
level 1, there's a certain
lots
point where
of
those
fun.
stats stop mattering, but critical mode, they're going to matter the whole
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And so right here is another fight that's kind of like an auto-scroller. It's timed for 1 minute, but the interesting thing about this fight is that we can farm experience here, just like the one in Night of Dragons.
Oh shit,
can also
really?
die, so
Do
you
they
gotta be careful.
They don't respawn, do they?
I can also die as the bowling ball's like inside right there.
How can you farm
The cool thing about this
experience?
fight is that if you make P attack you, it will actually make his AI summon the next wave early.
Shout out to Flexil as well for finding that relatively recently.
Yeah, it's a pretty new thing.
So the goal here
The
is
level
to actually
run-
keep
the
one
level
shoulder
1
wide and
runs
have
are
the
also
party members or
hard.
yourself kill it while Pete is retaliating, and that will make him immediately.
I don't know if I could do it.
And, a little bit too early, but I think he may.
Yeah, so
you
that
basically
right
waste
there,
a little
if
bit
the
of time
soldier's
but get
alive,
more experience.
After he started retaliating, then
And there's
it would
probably
spawn
very
right
few
here.
points
It
where
would
you
be
can
mechanical.
actually
I think
do
his
that.
AI is in a state where he's
So
just
it-
gonna
it
keep
pays
doing
off.
everything but summoning enemies.
Yeah, but
How
right
do you
though,
know
'cause
if you
gotta get
farmed
experience.
enough? How many of these do you need to?
Got one extra.
Yeah, that's
Worth
kind of the
it.
standard. And now the terrifying part is if you die in this phase of the fight, you have to do that entire like minute or so, effectively auto-scrolling segment over again. Bad RNG right there that he's immediately going into the pinball.
Okay, I think that both of the search
Donald hit the
died.
bad. So that's one of those examples where party members can actually mess up.
As a setup,
strategies
oh,
they would do
right.
because Donald hit the bad,
115, right? It does, yeah.
which makes it not do the back cry attack.
Yep.
So
And now we
in
have
the final
access to
section
one
of
what I would call the
the
holy trinity
boss
of
fights in
limits that
Kingdom
we get
Hearts
in
2,
this game. Those are
Mickey
abilities.
has
They're-
no chance to
you team
appear.
up with your party members to do some kind of
What's
big
the
attack.
last
It's not
fight
quite like a
where he
drive
can
form
appear
change your form
when you
entirely,
die?
But it's just a single attack that's really big. Trinity Limit is an extremely useful one. We'll use it for the entire rest of the run. And it has 2 different forms of it. The one that we care about here is Group Trinity. Basically, when you have Donald and Goofy with you specifically, then you can actually use a 3-part, well, really even 4-part Trinity, where you have a bunch of attacks that deal hits to a boss, but no damage. And at the end, that big finisher, that animation you just saw, deals damage based on how many hits you did.
You're going to see just how ridiculous that ability is in the next phase of this fight.
Wait, I've never done this. Urinator. What the? I've never done that.
Knock them out and just slowly
what?
them down with our base combo.
Yeah, so if we don't
What
get
was that?
then he'll start summoning more heads, but as long as they're stunned, we just have to get rid of 3 of them here. And thankfully,
Zemna's fight when he's sitting in the store. I see.
Now coming up here, I'm going to use another Trinity
he gets shut out.
Came back just in time with the ability MP Hey Sora.
This is an insane fight.
And all limits take your entire MP bar, like every amount of blue that is left.
Drop a little to the second bar of the Trinity.
In my defense, I tried my best.
If Nintendo lock care.
I never saw that.
Huge chunk. That's because it did 85 hits. And if you get really lucky, you can get like over 100 hits on that. Like it's absolutely wild.
Looks like Nintendo's gonna do a couple hits. See if he can get the kill.
Not gonna lie, I would love to try and learn this.
Oh, so close.
Wait.
It would take so long, but I would love to try and learn it.
You know, I never knew about that Blizzard.
Damn.
That's actually
really fun.
I always went up to the door. No, that's great. Shoot them right as they're going flamingo style. That's great.
Yeah. But that was a really good Olympus Coliseum by Nintendo.
Yeah, that was really
that is one of the nightmare splits for any category.
I love the game so much. Like, loved it to fucking bits. I'm not ready to not play it.
And it's on top of
not
that.
ready.
Almost every fight is just so punishing in the amount of time you lose if you take.
Like, I know we have the next one.
You gotta run all the way back.
And I'll likely be watching the 358/2 on Monday. I'm gonna get Neon to wake up early, and we might do it together.
See Pooh.
I think that'd be fun.
Winnie the Pooh, just to clarify.
Yep.
And I don't know how long that is. How long is 358/2? The cutscenes. How long will it take us?
The Heroes Crest right there. It's a really good Keyblade. We're gonna have it on for a while. Yep.
I think we'll do it together. 3 hours off, more than enough
Threw
time.
me off.
So we're having some physical latency.
I stream about 5 hours on Mondays.
Just end this fight real quick. Right there, the slide dash.
Yeah, Monday is the day.
On the soldier, and that makes him do the cyclone attack, which
Speedrun weekend.
In the tower as well. But it's nice that we have some action abilities that will speed up a lot of fights.
Why does he go to Winnie Pooh?
Not Grand.
Why is he here?
See you, Grandpa.
Check out Grand Pooh World 3 tomorrow night.
Why is he in the world?
That is the entirety of 100 Acre Wood that we'll be seeing in this run.
Yep. Shout outs to saving another 5
Did he have to be?
or 4 minutes or whatever it was to the. This is modded.
Yep.
And now here
Forced to
we're
go.
also
Oh,
gonna take
okay.
a death at the start.
Forgot.
It's kind of a theme that at the beginning of a new world.
Oh, this is annoying.
Definitely just the first fight.
Oh, you let. Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Okay,
and
you let
this
them
does,
kill
like,
you.
taper
That
off
would be
towards the end
annoying
of
if
the
you actually tried to
Just gonna
live.
remind him to buy Sardonyx ring.
Yes.
Almost forgot.
Didn't see that.
But
Just gonna
Sardonyx ring.
remind him
Okay.
to buy Sardonyx ring.
Yes.
For ethers.
Almost forgot.
Okay.
But what were you saying, Hobbs?
I was just gonna say that tapers off the further we get in the run. These fights that allow you to like lose enough health to finish them.
Right.
But in this early part of the run, we're gonna do that where we can. Otherwise, some of them like you can either deal enough hits or you can just have it take enough time. But
Isn't it kind of ridiculous
is
though? You're
fast.
here doing a speed run, but you just have to jump into the Acres Wood and you go and like quickly talk to Winnie Pooh. It's actually kind of ridiculous.
Is fades to black.
Yeah.
We have time for a couple quick donations.
Yeah, probably.
Perfect.
yeah, just doing a little mini game.
I've got a couple of themed donations for you. We have a $25 donation from Meek Rhino.
Oh, you actually have to play the minigame proper.
Keep skipping the cutscenes.
Is there a reason why he's...
Lost.
No, there isn't.
How much to get a quick plot summary of the entire Kingdom Hearts series? I'm sure it's straightforward if you watch the cutscenes.
It's the atmosphere, right?
Here's the thing.
I'm loving this run so
you would be more
far.
confused.
Yeah.
I gotta catch a flight in the morning. I don't think we have time.
And we have a $1,000 donation from, please excuse my pronunciation, Ari Garion. I was going to try.
I love how much
summarize
money
the
people
plot
are
of
actually
Kingdom
donating for
Hearts.
this.
But there's a 5,000 character limit on donation comments.
Honestly, they're doing great commentary. I love it.
Very fair. Thank you for those donations. Into Thresholder here, we have another boss. And Chicken Little.
I forgot about this one.
This is the first time we're seeing Chicken Little, right?
Yeah.
This is the summon of choice for this fight. We'll see more about Chicken Little later and explain more of it.
Why?
All you really need to know here is that this is always going to be 2 phases on critical mode.
Yeah.
Just due to the way the boss works.
Yep.
Yeah, and also summons are really good in this game.
They're really
summons
good.
are very good.
We're going to use them a bunch.
I believe we'll be seeing all of them, maybe all but one of them.
Okay.
Yeah, you
I
should
wasn't
see
sure.
Stitch in this one.
I was good. I
Yeah.
wasn't sure if you were going to get
Spoiler
Japan or
alert.
not.
So I saw it.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, I didn't know if.
Any reason to collect the puzzles?
Yeah.
But yeah, we'll talk more about.
Oh
Chicken
yeah,
Little
Erna also
because
mentioned
that's the
that.
use of Chicken Little
That
in
they
this
were,
world,
Yeah, he's gonna
That
really.
they were
shine
singing.
in
Was
the
that
next
in
2
one
worlds
or
we're
in
gonna
the
go
version
to,
of
where
the
we can
two
kinda
as well?
explain his mechanics more. Yeah, but yeah, another great place for like 2 donations before we get to Beast.
Awesome. We have a $123.45 donation from Brett. Come
I'm just trying to understand if there's a reason to actually hit all these other on the
We have a $50 donation from Jacob 4260.
Sometimes it's difficult to tell whether there's a reason for something.
Runner run my favorite game. Thank you to GDQ and best
I'm
of
really
luck,
loving the
Nintendo.
commentary in this one. Thanks, Eleanor,
Jacob's
for the
one that made
link.
this mod, so
Yeah,
it's all
Let's go, Jacob.
PS.
go,
That
Jacob.
timeless river Sora is pretty cool. I cannot lie. Time for one more?
One.
Okay, $10 donation from Uvari. If we get to 1 million, will Spike sing us a song?
You know what? Sure.
Yeah.
Get me to 1
All right,
million.
folks.
Viewers' choice. We'll figure it out.
Viewers' choice. Whoa, my goodness! I've never seen
Yeah,
that.
that was very.
What happened?
Nintendo went to the moon.
I can't tell.
Yeah, so that was Beast.
Yeah. Nice spacing of Nintendo's combos
Can't
there
tell.
to where
Embarrassing.
the AoE of the second finisher could kind of fit in around Beast's attacks. Because Beast is kind of like a lot of other enemies you might run into this game. They can kind of just brick wall and they don't stagger if you don't use Cogsworth's reaction command right there. So yeah, sometimes you have to know how to fit in your hits, even if they're not going to do anything. Not gonna of the second finisher could kind of fit in around
We're
Beast's
just
attacks.
past the
'Cause
Beast.
Beast is kind of like a lot of other enemies you might run into this game. They can kind of just brick wall and they don't stagger if you don't
don't
use
know that.
Cogsworth's reaction command right there. So yeah,
You wanna
sometimes
read?
you have to know how to fit in your hits, even if they're not going to do anything. Not
There
going to
you go.
respond.
Here's
from
more
it.
example of the save warping tech to just save a lot of time on the movement.
Yeah, those are like the biggest.
I'm
save
really
warps
tempted
right
by this
there,
run.
yeah. Going all the way from Beast Room all the way to
has
the
gimmicks
front, where we're going to fight
That
the boss.
feel doable, much more
And
so than
what do you know?
Kingdom
It?
Hearts
More valor
1.
form.
Yeah.
Which one do you
Coming
think
into
is
this
more
boss
difficult,
Too, like
one
this
or
boss is
two?
a perfect example of how specific positioning is and
Yeah.
how positioning can affect not just it can affect enemy AI, it can affect patterns, behaviors, or just other facets of the fight.
Yeah,
But
so
stepping back a
right
little
there.
bit.
Yeah, we take a step back, and that actually makes him go underground as opposed to going into the window. And we do that because the window loses a lot of time. So if we're able to beat him before he goes into the window, then that will save a ton. Do a full combo here, get a lot of damage in because we have Hero's Crest.
Nice, very
Windowless.
good. Windowless is fantastic. Not only does it save the time of the enemy not going
fast.
into the window, but also Nintendo now has a lot more Valor form
Yeah.
to be able to use in this next fight. I think we'll end up reverting manually, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
But
So
still,
in the beginning of this fight, we'll be doing one
this
neat thing about Valor forms is you can
Heartless remind
actually
you
end
of
your combo
Amaranth
early,
from
which you can't usually do
FF9
in
a
this
little
way.
bit?
But some forms in this game let you end it early, and that lets us make Dark Durin go into a super armor state, and then he attacks right here. We're gonna use the limit during his retaliation. Try to catch him out of this.
Looks like you overdamaged him. Just
I
a
love their
bit.
commentary.
And
They're
then
so good.
do an upper slash, which we just got, knocks him into the air.
Have you
get
seen
air
the
combos
entirety
in.
of this
Right
run?
before he
Has
goes
anyone?
down.
he was about to jump
Yeah,
away.
your lock on reticle just went away.
Yeah.
It was scary.
That was very good, and that's the end of Beast Castle.
Yeah, just like that. Nice quick fight. Upper
Very
slash
fast.
getting some really cool utility there. That little mid-ground finisher to knock them up in the air.
Like, how
and kinda
cool would it be to
reset
learn
his
it?
ability to
We
keep
should all
doing those
learn it
air combos.
together.
Because with that Hero's Crest Keyblade that we just got from Olympus Coliseum, we didn't bring it up. A little bit of a higher strength stat, but the big thing is it's got air combo boost is the ability it comes with, where just your aerial finishers will do increased damage based on the number of hits
That's
that are in
Spike,
your air
right?
combo.
Yeah,
You also
his
see
name is
stuff
glowing.
like
Okay.
a combo boost version for the ground variants later on. Another Keyblade we'll use.
Do you
But Hero's
do
Crest is going to be
upgrades to
king
the
of your
gummy bear?
Keyblades for
Gummy
a
bear.
while.
Gummy
Yeah.
ship?
Oh, wow, here.
Yeah, and another thing is that we're not exclusively using air combos anymore. Nintendo is doing a
Oh,
lot
the
of ground
throne
combos here
room.
and there, and that's
Oh, I wanna
mostly
see how he
due to
does
some of the
that.
abilities we've gotten, like Slide Dash, which is an extremely good gap closer.
I love how he's
we
just
talk about
in
gap closers
Valor
a lot
form
when
while
we do
doing
like
this.
randomizer stuff, or even
Modded
just
out
the regular
gummy
speedrun,
missions?
because
Oh, I
a lot
was
of enemies
wondering, like,
don't
where the-
spawn right next
So
to you.
that's
They
allowed?
spawn further away. So you
In
need
a real
something to
run,
close
or is
that
this
gap.
just
Here's
for the
one of them.
DDQ?
Believe it or not, one of the hardest strats in the game. It's like
Yeah.
a
That's
vertical
probably where
zone
they were.
on this. Very precise.
Nintendo's just pushing that mouse.
God, this is so hard to do.
PC modded is a
Legitimately,
real
we're
run.
not memeing. This
So,
is really difficult.
what kind of mods are allowed?
Oh my
Faithless, let's
And
go.
without
Wait,
the
I want to
face
see that
art.
again.
Nintendo knows
I missed that
When
part.
mid-
Oh,
Legitimately, we're
That's
not
Minnie.
memeing.
Oh,
This
he's
is really
pushing
difficult.
her. Why is he
And
pushing
without-
her?
oh my
Faithless, let's
and
go.
without the
Oh,
face
and
art
she's
scene.
doing her ability,
Nintendo
right?
knows when Minnie is going to do her little orb attack, which can sometimes put her slightly out of position. But because he knows the timing and got into that fight set up perfectly, he's able to react to
Shoving
it,
Minnie
keep her next
person.
to the wall, and push her to victory.
Yeah, so her hitbox is
That's
basically like a
cool.
circular hitbox, and the wall is flat. So it's really hard to push her because if you go straight forward, then you'll move her away from the wall. You have to kind of push her.
But you don't
inwards.
push her here, right?
Yeah, we love frame fatales, but we don't want to see this faith command in that last.
So basically, she's the OP one.
So this is one of the spots where Nintendo's able to kind of catch up on experience or make sure that his experience is good. There's a lot of bolt towers in here that will get hit by this faith reaction command, and Nintendo's
okay.
looking at that experience value that pops up in the top left whenever one of them dies to see where he needs to be.
Yeah, I need a lot of it here, so we're
Yeah.
gonna spend some time level running just a bit.
Yep, I think you want to be at 525 to the next level.
Yeah.
Yeah,
we
'cause
don't
one of the-
we don't know how
one
much
of the things
mana
is
she
in this
has
room,
or whatever.
it would be really hard to push Minnie
That's
because there's
not-
not
that's
like
not
a wall
available
right
to
next
us.
to you to push her forward. So the
No, it's
fastest
just a
way
reaction
to just
command.
move across it is run forward a
Okay.
little bit, call her over, use that reaction command, that faith reaction command,
No,
and then
gummy
do it
missions,
again
you can
over
mod
and over.
whatever sort of
Since we
model,
have
I
to do
think.
that anyways,
I would
you
like
can
to
go
do
ahead
that.
and
I don't like the
spend,
missions.
take a small diversion to kill some bolt towers.
Yeah, this is the black
It's
and
fun to do
white
one
Sora
more.
from the Timeless River, right?
Nice. That is, yeah.
Look at him,
You
he's so
normally
cute.
do not have to level grind that much, so that
Yeah,
was
weird.
That was a good backup, like a good recovery.
You're probably SpongeBob.
But now we're back on track. So
There is a mod for
Just
it.
heading out to Hollow Bastion real quick, and then this is what I consider like the end of early games. So we're moving into the middle
List of
portion of the
allowed
game where we
models.
have
Why
a
would a
lot
model
more
not be
abilities,
allowed?
and
Like,
the
it doesn't
fights get
affect the
a lot
physics
more
of the
intense.
game, like a
We have a lot
hitbox
more
or something,
spells.
does it?
this game's so fast when you don't have to do
It
an
would.
auto
It is so
scroller
much
every like 10 minutes.
Question: do cutscenes also have a particular time here where when you can interrupt them?
The stuff that is
Oh,
under
some
your
models do?
control as speedruns develop just get faster and faster and faster. But the stuff that you can't control the speed of, like your auto scrollers, they were just staying that amount of time. So like that with this mod, we're finally able to take those out. The run goes by so fast.
It also allows you to do things like use like soft reset and stuff to just kind of help.
Right.
you.
That actually has
there's
to
a
be
lot
the
of
same
practice for it as
hitbox.
well.
Yeah.
But
And that last menu,
where's the
Nintendo put on
information of the
sardonic string that we bought in
hitbox?
Beast Castle gives them
For the
one more
models.
strength stat.
By the end of this run, everyone's going to know one string. Like,
I guess they tested it and they allowed
strength for
certain
one
models, I
On top
suppose.
of hitting that level up, or were we hitting a level up by the
I
end
actually
of the
really
windows here because
enjoyed
we want
this
it
part of the
for
game.
the boss fight of this world.
yeah.
Yeah, so right here, we're finally going to really get to see what is so powerful about Chicken Little. So by creating specific distance between yourself,
But he
Chicken
doesn't
Little,
even
and
jump
the
at all.
enemies,
He just
you can get
summons
this
Chicken
whistle
Little and
command
just-
right here, where he
How
will draw
fun would
all
this be
the
to learn?
enemies in
Come
that are
on.
close enough, and then
Hey,
you can
Sora,
start
welcome
doing
in.
various attacks.
How
on
are you
them.
today?
Right here, using that reaction command, if he can keep just
Oh, he
a
does
little
go
bit
into
higher
the
right
air,
here, he can
okay.
knock all of them out.
Yep.
That is
Chicken
a
Little is
very
dope.
hard first window.
Nintendo smartly hitting one of
Wish
the
I used
hammers
it more.
because he knew he was going to fall just
I
below
used
the
it for
threshold to get that
tournament.
last RC.
Yeah.
Because he hit him, kept him in the air.
That's
Yeah.
pretty much
Finish.
it.
Chicken Little is a very particular summon where like what he does is pretty consistent, but knowing how to control him and being able to control him mid-run is a very difficult thing to learn.
Yep.
Oh, look
It
at the
absolutely
big
is. Just
Chicken
like Spike
Little.
was saying,
He's as
it's
big
not
as a
just based
house.
on your position. It's based on Chicken Little's position, the enemy's position, and your position, and
That's
how
so
all of those
cute.
things relate to one another. So, very tough to do.
The
I
mayhem
like to
is
think
not
this a
being
good, like,
caused
example. We have
at
4
all.
mob
Look
fights in
at
a row
that.
here.
Yeah.
The way this game works, our bosses, we have a really good idea of what we're going to do in a lot of bosses.
Do you know that
and we
when I
kinda just
played
try to
this,
execute
my
the one
entire
specific thing
city,
we wanna do.
it was
But
like
mob
burnt to
fights
the
are like,
ground.
we have an idea
and it was,
of what
I was
we
this
want to do.
close
Yep. The
to
game might
failing the
not let us
mission,
do that,
and
but we
everything
have
was
an
on
idea, and so
fire.
you have to be ready to handle
And everyone
all
was
of
just
the
like,
different variations
yeah,
that can come
that's
from
it.
that if you aren't
Successful
able to
mission.
to have it go exactly
Hey,
how you want.
Neon.
Absolutely. There's a lot more
Welcome
randomness
in.
within. It's just that many more enemies on screen.
I'm so
that many
impressed
more
by this
variables
run.
that you have to worry about.
It
Yeah,
has
so you
like
mentioned having
so
to get
many
back
of these
drive
fun
before.
little things that are
There's actually a mechanic in
doable.
this game where if your
but yet
partner members
are really
not
cool
with you
to
at the
do.
time, then if you have a summon out or if you're in a drive form, it'll just give you back your drive. And so we actually use that throughout the windows here. And
morning
this
to
fight
you.
in particular, the party members will be with us, so we can't use a summon
Have
in
your
that fight, which
breakfast?
is why we end it with Trade Limit.
Oh, you have
gotta
you have
do window.
Oh, one more window,
3.
yes.
I was
One
curious
more
about
or
the order.
two more?
That's a level 1 thing.
You have to do
do
all of
so
these
windows in a different
doors?
order in level 1. This will be weird, but it's
Yeah.
fine.
No, it's all right.
Yeah, you just do it without Chicken Little.
I wonder how he does the
Yeah,
cars.
we got this.
Yeah, here we've got one of the most infamous enemies for people casually in Kingdom
Yeah.
Hearts 2. Yo, shouts to Sora. Or
Shouts to Donald. Yeah.
Donald. You know what, Sora, for taking it on the lip?
Yeah, I
That was
didn't
great.
quite enjoy the cars.
So
This is how you handle the cars, by the way, because a lot of people don't know how to handle the cars. Just use counter guard.
Yeah, I don't know how to
That's
handle
really
a
good.
car.
Chicken Little would be making quick work of them as
In
well.
real
because
life or
not only
here.
can he group them up and they can't hurt you, but also he can throw a baseball at them to knock them up in the air so they're vulnerable again. But Nintendo with a really good on-the-fly routing here, going for Trinity Limit. To
Getting that
finish this
big
fight off.
strength increase there at the end. Now you'll have that strength for Boat Pete and Pete right after this.
Couldn't use Chicken Little there because Nintendo wanted to use Valor Form here.
Yep.
So, like he was saying, each of those windows, it puts you back in a room with no party members. You would get all your drive back.
You guys are not watching the run at all.
The last one, your party
What are
members
you
are still
doing?
with you, so you would remain with that Chicken Little out, and we don't need Chicken Little here. We need Valor Form.
Yeah, and one of the big reasons why we're in Valor Form is that Valor Form has 2
Thanks for the
Keyblades,
shout
and
out
that
to
affects our
Java.
stats. So we have the stats of both Keyblades, which makes us do a lot more damage.
So the name of the game here is Don't Get Knocked Off.
Don't get
and
knocked off.
This is a good example of how long it takes to start another
Okay,
combo
that's fine.
after a finisher. Nintendo might do some like pause buffering here and there in this
Oh,
fight.
you
because
can come
he's
back
looking to see
there.
okay.
And just finish.
He's
Oh,
basically wanting
I
to make
didn't
sure
know
there that
that.
he's not going to be in a finisher when
So you
the
just
game
kinda
wants
stay
to throw
hanging
him
there.
off. Because
That's cool.
even though it might look like, oh, he's done with the attack, he can hit triangle, there's a long period of time there where you actually can't.
Nintendo has just enough drive to start this fight in Valor Form, which is pretty big. It'll save us a few more seconds on this fight.
Yeah, get that short Valor Form combo right there. Now we're going to use Trinity Limit here. Ultima gets a ton of hits, especially because of the fire that's here. So the fire racked up a ton of hits here. And that gets him to the next phase.
This is good. The fire in this fight
he's
is actually
using
very,
Trinity?
very dangerous to have to interact with, so it's good to just get out of this one immediately. In
Why
phase
do you use
30.
Trinity there?
This fight is a good example of something that's going to come up a lot later called revenge value.
Well, clearly
And
it's
Farah, I
not a
know you
waste
like
of
to talk about
time.
this.
Oh, well, Revenge Value is just basically a hidden mechanic in the game that the community found a while back and dubbed Revenge Value. But it's basically when you're fighting a humanoid boss, and even some heartless and nobodies, when you hit them enough, they will stop staggering and they will hit you back like Pete just did right there.
Right, so you can't stun lock them into a corner. Normally, I thought that normally you could. At least with Riku, I've had that experience.
That's the end of Timeless River.
But Revenge
Jesus.
Value is going to be very important throughout this entire run,
Fucking
especially in
fast.
in-game. So we're going to see a lot more of it.
Yeah, that boss also is a good example of how a lot of bosses will have multiple phases to them. In this one, you could only get to a specific amount of health, and then he shifts to the next phase, and that happens over and over. Some
So that means
bosses,
that you don't
can
need to
damage them totally
overkill,
past
but
the
there's
phase, maybe
like
skip a phase
skills that
entirely.
you can use
Others,
that just
you might
push
be
him into
hard
the
limited
next
by how
phase, I
much
guess.
damage you can do before they move into another phase. So all of that changes up the strategies for the various bosses we do.
Port Royal.
And they're at the end of Disney Castle, getting a bunch of cool tools we'll get into later. Reflect your best magic in the game. Fantasia, the second of that holy trinity of limits, and the Wisdom form ability, our next Super Saiyan form that we can blow
Right
up.
there, I ended the fight instantly. Something
I
really cool about that right there was
cannot
that
wait
I
to
did a
see
slide
the end
dash into a
game of
bomb
this
and
run.
2 pirates, even though it didn't seem like it.
I
It did,
really
10
want to
hits.
see how he
Shout out to Sun
deals
Zero
with
finding that strat right
the
there.
cloaked
Yeah,
figure.
also Chicken Little doing the whistle kind of like affects the
that
fight
counts
as
as a
well.
hit as well.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, these are like some of
Yeah,
the classic
wait,
speedrun
there is
fights
routing?
right here. And this is the where
the
you wanna
routing
show
is just
people,
basically to
why
get
is
through the
Chicken Little
gummy
so
ship
good?
mission
because of how
faster.
you spawn into these.
And
it
like in the
perfectly
first
sets
gummy
it up,
mission,
the distance.
as I
He'll draw
recall,
them
you
in,
go into a
2
corner,
pops.
right?
Nintendo just has
And
to
then
move
the
back
rest of
very
them,
slightly,
you put
draw
like
them back,
a
step
is
back
it
again,
like a
drawing the soldiers
flare or
that spawn in,
something
and then the alley
that makes it go
we
faster?
out of there.
I don't think that strat's ever going to change.
No,
right.
That's
I hope it doesn't
And
change.
sometimes
Can you-
the double
well,
thunder
can you
doesn't even
edit
kill it.
the-
You kind of need Chicken Little to like
ship
also
here?
fireworks and
Oh,
and
shit.
they have to
Didn't know
land
you can
properly.
jump
So
over
happy
that.
4th of July.
Oh yeah.
I love how Chicken Little is just always there. It's so cute.
Going to a little bit of a menu here. Going to customize that reflect spell that we just got.
Is Donald just
And Nintendo also took off fire there because fire is actually at
Shoved
the top of the
aside?
magic menu. So if Nintendo ever needs to use it, can menu it from the magic menu.
Is
pretty
there a-
easily,
is there
whereas
also a mod
some
that
other
prevents
spells
the
are a little bit
crashes
further down,
on
might
the
be more
map?
complicated to do.
Yep, so we got
I'm
a little
serious.
ambush here. We have to get rid of the enemies before we go to our destination.
Yeah, there is.
Let's talk about these pirates.
But if they
Notice
modded
that
Gummy
our magic
Ship
interacts with them
missions,
in a
then
kind
it would
of
have to be a
interesting way.
completely
Our Blizzard
separate
is gonna be freezing
category
them,
because
we're
of
gonna be
all of
doing
the
that a
like
lot
world
throughout this
records
world.
and such.
But
No.
the pirates are incredibly weak to magic.
Their mod that
so we're gonna
prevents
be using
crashes
Chicken
in
Little to
Persona 3
position them out
Reload.
of the
Yeah,
shade
it's called a
because
PlayStation 5.
Just like the pirates and Pirates of the Caribbean, when they're in the shade, their true form, skeleton form shows, and that's the only way we can do damage.
And
to
it's a
them.
pay-to-win
So we're gonna use Chicken Little,
one
whistle them out of
because
the
it
shade.
costs
Blizzard,
60
keep them in
euros
place,
to
finish them off
to
with some
obtain
magic.
the
Yeah, this is one
mod.
of our last timed segments in the game, and ideally I'm looking
It's
to
called
kill 12 pirates
Persona
here,
3
because that gives us a good amount of
Reload
experience. But
PS5
unfortunately,
mod.
they can just choose not to walk over here because they spawn in that section over there.
Yeah,
Crash
this fight
percent.
and several of the fights in this world are actually quite scary.
Oh, do we
'Cause you
not have it
the,
here?
You know, crossbow wielders.
Oh shit!
in the
How do you redeem that? I'll be fair. I'll do it for you. I don't think we have these in React seasons so that people don't spam over it. Ah, there we go.
in the back there. That
I
can just
well,
if
I
they
didn't
stagger
pay
their
for the
shots
one on
just right,
PC. I've never
you might
bought
have to either
Persona
not
3
attack for a
Reload.
long time or
I was
just
very
get shot,
fortunate to
and
get
that
it
is not
gifted
what you wanna
from
have happen.
Atlas. I never
And
actually
that,
bought
like, Axemen,
Persona
if you
3
don't have
Reload.
them
It's probably
sucked up
about
by Chicken
time for me to
Little's
buy it
little,
anyway.
group
Not like I
magnet,
spent money on
effect,
it, so
then they can also deal a bunch of damage to you. It is
doesn't mean
it
I
is
had
absolutely
money
brutal.
back then
Nice thing
anyway.
to point out is
I
that
was just
Chicken
like, oh,
Little
I got a
has
game.
HP
Let me
drains.
play it.
Every attack that we do
I
with
can.
Chicken Little out would give us back HP.
Turned out to be my favorite game.
Oh, nice.
Very nice.
The beautiful lineup right there on all those blizzards. So easily getting, I think, got a bonus
was-
pirate even.
Yeah, we got 12 there, which is good.
Nice.
Ninten did pick up a chest in that fight, and that wasn't just
Chicken
by
Little is
accident
just
or
the
to goof around. We
MVP
need
of
that
this
item
run.
later
What
to
the
get
fuck?
an elixir towards the end of the run.
Yeah, we just need one synthesis item. And now we have one of the scariest fights here in the like mid-game portion of the run. We got boat fight.
Yep, after this ambush real quick. Here
Well,
we're
yeah.
finding this out to get more experience. Boat fight is actually really scary on critical mode because we want Chicken Little to
Yeah,
position
I'm
the
done with
enemies in a
PC.
very
Fuck it.
specific
Like,
spot.
I'll just
We wanna
run
kill
on
them
PlayStation.
at a certain time. So we're gonna walk
The
backwards
only
here to get the whistle
issue
out.
is that you have
the
to
cannonballs
mash
are
through
really bad
everything,
because they
but
give them the
that's
status
fine,
effects
whatever.
of fire, which makes them run around with like a super.
Unless
state,
there's
so
like
they
a
don't get affected
turbo
by
option
anything.
for PlayStation 5, but I don't know it.
Just chiming in, we hit
Yep.
$160,000, 40K left to 1 million.
So he's using a lot of Blizzard. Is there any particular reason why? Yeah, they
you
are.
can see that pirate just walked right through that blizzard because they were in the shadow.
Is Hori a
Yep, so we're gonna
pat?
gather them all up right
or
here.
a controller
Watch
in
out for the
itself?
cannonballs. We want them to be on the stairs because the cannonballs
does it
don't
have a
show
shape
up on
of
the
a
stairs, and
controller,
Chicken Little
or
will
is it a
continue to whistle them
actual
here.
pad?
You can get some good air combos in.
Oh, because
Now they're gonna
Blizzard is
spawn down there.
AoE,
We want
isn't
to get
it?
a whistle on both of them just like that.
Pop another ether.
Freezes the
Full MP
humans.
back.
Oh, okay. Thank you, Strife, and welcome in.
And these are the last two pirates.
Thanks for joining us today.
Actually went really well.
Yeah, that was
If you guys
that
know
was
anything
fantastic.
about the
Boat
run, like
Because the thing
additional
about that fight is
explanations or
it's scary for
anything,
multiple reasons.
backseat
Yeah,
away.
you can die, and that's just a present,
Just
an
awful.
ever-present danger.
Because I
Or
want
you
to
can lose a lot of
understand
time
what
because
they're
they just
actually
kinda
doing.
hide
I can
around in
only
the
see so
shadows and
many
stuff.
things.
But also, you could run out of Chicken Little if Chicken Little gets hit too much, and that would lose you all your drive. And you can see Ninten just went into Valor form here, so you wouldn't be able to do that. And the next section that we have is quite a bit of running, and not having Valor form is going to lose you a lot of time in that section.
So he has
I
only
can't tell you how
particular
many
barrels
runners have
that he
lost
goes
runs
to. I guess
just this
those are
barrels
the
minigame.
fastest ones.
Yeah.
It can be so hard. Now we're gonna run over to Barbosa.
This is like a good example of just how
Oh, he just
fast
ignores
Valor
them.
form running is compared to regular
Right.
Sora. Helps you even
No more,
dodge the
dodge
attack there.
rolling.
You run all the way through. We don't need any of the chests in these rooms. Just gonna head straight to the boss. Nintendo's gonna open that one up with Valor form, then eventually revert. And
So I don't remember if I got this item.
you did,
Okay,
but
okay.
yeah.
That just
So
sounded
you
just-
He
you
always
wanted
seems
me
to
to be
have
alive.
the Valor form
Open that one up
charges.
with Valor form and Nintendo immediately.
This is a fun boss fight. Like the way the room goes dark and everything. I enjoyed it.
I thought Nintendo was just doing a bit.
Oh, I want to see if Final Form was in there.
That's a rando joke.
Rando joke number 2.
I did not know he can jump over that thing.
All right, big Valor combo there, and then reverts. Didn't quite get
And
an
then
immediate
freeze, and you
retaliation
back him
from
in
the
a
boss,
corner,
so
and you
would have
just
used reflect on
wail
that if
at
possible,
him.
but instead of
Got
going
it.
into Blizzard combos, Blizzard's going to freeze the boss,
Barbosa is in fact a pirate.
Oh, that
so he knows this.
works.
and then again
Damn.
doing those air combos
Didn't
because
know
that
he counted
air
as a
combo
human
boost ability
still.
on Hero's Crest, the Keyblade we're using, is going to make you do a
Jesus.
lot more damage.
Did you
I'm
say
willing to
that?
bet that
You
nobody
almost
knew
didn't.
could
It was
freeze
too
Barbosa
fast.
when you played this as a kid. I know I did.
Unless Donald accidentally did it.
That might
Easy.
be the lore. That might be what happened. Because the game, I know you always bring this up, Hobbs. The game tells you.
Yeah,
It does.
the first
Really
cutscene. It's like
cool.
one of the first cutscenes in the world. They're like, "Don't hit the pirate. Don't let him hit him with your magic. It's so strong." We're like, "I didn't listen."
I listen, Keyblade, press X.
Dude, I was just freaking out because Pirates of the Caribbean.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah, I almost
Like,
didn't
why
even
Sora
use
looks so
magic
weird?
in this playthrough. Oh,
Got the good time right there on the bandit.
Was that the
Just wanna get
second or the
faster
first
rank.
aggro boss? Oh, it's the second one with the big.
Gonna buy more ethers. We haven't really
with
talked
the
about it
big
much,
genie.
but your MP
That one's really
bar
fun.
is actually
Can't wait to see
shortened
that
in
one.
critical
You
mode,
do
if I'm
do all
not
the
mistaken.
worlds
And,
twice,
yes.
right?
Magic is very good. It's a very good resource. You've seen us using it a lot, as well as limits, which use that entire bar or however much of it is.
Also, I have a question.
When you use all of your MP bar,
I was
you
doing a
go
little
down,
bit of research
have
now
a
that I
purple
finished the game.
MP recharge state where you have to
And
wait
I
out
saw
this
that
long
recently there was
timer
a
to come back.
race.
But if you use an
I
ether,
don't-
even if you have one
Don't
MP,
quote
if
me.
you use
I
an
don't
ether, it
exactly
fills
know
you
who was
all the way
racing
back
and
up.
where and
So
when, but
ether's
they were racing in
extremely
Kingdom
valuable in
Hearts
this
2.
run.
Absolutely.
And I saw
Big menu put on there, and
Pride
Nintendo
Lands
talk about in just a second what
in
was up there. But
in
first
the
we'll be
actual
using
run,
Wisdom Form,
whereas
our new
we
drive
said that
form
it
from Primal
wasn't.
Server, to move around because it has
wasn't
that quick run
necessary.
ability, and it kind of like
Do
lets you
you-
ice skate along on the ground.
Was
so it
that
helps.
could
There's
that
no
have
more
been
lag frames
like
really as you land
100%?
before
Do
you can
people
do it.
normally
From
do
this point forward,
100%?
more or less, wisdom form
Maybe
is
it was
going
like
to
a
be our
fun event
fastest
or
form of
something, but I
movement.
did see it on Twitch.
And we're barely ever
Hey,
gonna use
Gordon,
it in
welcome
fights. It's
in.
pretty much
How are
just a
you?
movement tool,
You didn't
with the
fight?
exception of leveling it up, which we'll see in this world.
Yeah, and casual you
Yeah,
do,
so-
but I guess you have
Yeah,
to do
so
it here
Wisdom
anyway.
Form levels up from
All worlds
defeating
category.
Heartless specifically. And there are a ton of Heartless that will be fighting.
So it's not necessarily 100%, it's just all
So we go
worlds.
here first instead of Halloween Town, so we can level up Wisdom Form to level 3.
That would be fun
That's when
to
Sora will
see
get access
sometime.
to the quick run ability himself.
Randomizer?
Yeah,
Oh
'cause
god,
those
do people
drive
actually
forms,
use
they
that in
level up,
speedrun?
their abilities get stronger, and
It
they
was a
unlock some
speedrun, it was a
abilities for
race.
regular Sora when
But,
he's
like-
not in the drive form, and one of those is quick run.
All our donors must be wearing wisdom form.
Oh, these look exactly like the eggs from
Doctors
FF10.
Without
Look,
Borders. We are
It's like
so
the exact
close to a
same
million.
shape.
Keep those donations
You see
rolling,
it?
and you're doing such a great job, folks.
yesterday we PB'd in FF10.
Okay.
2 hits from that like wave thing will kill Ninja.
I was going for
I'm
really
still
hard
not
strat where you can
amazing, but
actually
I'm getting
push a
better.
blue, just like we
Very
pushed many
proud
earlier in the
of
run.
myself today.
But again, this time, just like you said, Hobbs, now you're on ice skates trying to push a bit.
with no wall next to you to like help.
Right.
So Nintendo is going to be using Wisdom Form here on this the Chasm of Challenges section. Again, every single one of these small, tiny enemies counts as one experience for Wisdom Form if they're
Oh,
killed
does
while in
it?
Wisdom Form.
Oh,
You
of
remember
course
how I
it does.
said in this game when you hit enemies, they will hit you back? That is really good for us here.
I hate these.
because
These are my
this is
least
really our
favorite
first
thing in the entire
instance of seeing
game. I
reflect.
hate them.
In
They're the
game, which is
reason
very
why I didn't
powerful
finish
ability.
that.
So we're going to be baiting a lot of enemies in this
What's
world
it
to
called?
hit us,
The
so we can
Goddess
just
of
basically
Faith
destroy
or
them
whatever.
with
The
our
last tournament
own
in the
attacks, essentially.
Coliseum. Fucking
Yep, so
hate
you'll be
those
seeing that right
guys.
here. I use a Blizzard because that staggers the Fat
Awful.
Bandit.
I did die here because I couldn't hit them from the
And that makes
the
them
front.
retaliate, and then we can
And I'm
do
not that
reflect
good at
into a
being
Blizzard right there.
behind.
This game is so cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love the fact that you can link your magics into your combos. So you do like an opening hit into a blizzard, into a grounded finisher, into like a thunder at the end. Very, very cool stuff they did with this.
Then one of my favorite strats in the entire game.
It's so cool.
good. You reflect
I would
the
love to
projectile
try this run.
from the
One
fortune
was
teller,
fun,
use Trinity
but,
Limit
like, it had some
to
things that just
lock yourself
looked really
onto the enemy,
difficult.
which
This
then
one looks like a
moves you
blast.
and your reflect, which makes the damage apply to the...
Yep,
Yeah.
and that was a showcase of Solo Trinity.
Yeah, we can talk more about that as well later because we have another little farming section here, but this is a required fight, so we're not going out of our way to farm Wisdom Form here. Lots of really small enemies. There's level 2 on Wisdom, so Nintendo's going to back out of it.
Yeah, we're going
To
to
build
try to
that
build our
drive.
drive back here.
Yeah.
Again, fires are very good for building back drive. We want to make sure that there's enough enemies left in the room that we can hit level 3 Wisdom. So there was about 32 there. I believe that we need 36 in total from the beginning to hit level 3. And
There
we got
it is.
right
There it is.
You can see Quick Run level 1 Sora got unlocked, and that was the big reason we wanted to do that.
Okay. Yeah, honestly,
Good
it
damage
looks
there
so
from the
fun.
reflect, the quick
Have you,
menuing,
have you
getting
tried
a
the
Latin out
speedrun?
into Goofy so we can get this Trinity limit off to hopefully defeat all 3 Fat Bandits. 1, 2, 3, they're
Very
down.
nice.
I still don't know the names of runners. Like, I have
You
no
don't
idea
do
who's
that
in the
ending
leaderboard.
wave. Like
So
if you don't realize, oh,
You are-
I'm about to finish off the last
I
of the
wouldn't
enemies
know, 'cause I
before
only
that-
looked
the
at it
Fat
once.
Bandit spawn, everything goes horribly in that
Yes.
fight. Like if you're not absolutely ready to reflect into a Trinity limit, you are very likely going to die and have to redo that fight.
And once again, a lot of it's spacing and timing. If he is a little off in his timing, Donald might die right there because the Vat Bandits are very
There's
powerful.
probably
Now
some
we go
sort
into
of
the
gimmick
boss
here.
of this world, the Blizzard and Volcano Lord.
Yeah, so
Oh,
at
of
the beginning
course.
here, we're going to use a Reflect to actually build up back our drive, because we want to get 3 drive back pretty soon here in the fight. We want to get Donald to take a death intentionally here.
Oh.
Because whenever Donald is dead, it won't give us anti-points. Anti-points are what the game uses to give you anti-form. So if you ever play this game casually, you can get anti-form every now and then. Every time you use a drive
I've never
form, it
run
basically
any
builds up more and more
Kingdom
points.
Hearts.
And when you get to a
I've
certain
only
point,
just
you will get
finished
anti-form.
Kingdom Hearts 2 as
so right
the
there,
first
we do
playthrough.
that on purpose that we cannot
Best
get
speedrun
anti-form.
Persona 3
And
Reload
this is a good
and now
showcase
FF10.
of the phases that bosses have. So we have to hit them with the finisher to get them to the next phase. And we use Valor Form
This is
to
very
defeat
tempting.
all
I've
of the
never
small
done an
enemies right
action
there
game speedrun
and finish off
ever.
the fight.
It would be kind of cool to try it.
Just
It
one more
looks
combo
really
should kill
fun.
this
It has like
Yeah,
There we go. Very nice.
it has a lot of
Donald
cool
died
things
again.
to it.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
As is par for the course, we finish a world, we get a cool tool. Got Finishing Leap there, which is a finisher that Nintendo can use instead of, mashing X to finish off a combo. You can press square at the end of a combo. It'll not only hit a bunch of enemies around him, but also pop him up into the air, and ideally whatever enemy he's attacking, up into the air so he
That
can
was a
continue
cool
with an
fight.
air
I did
combo.
not know
Really good for chaining attacks
that
on
Donald
enemies.
being
In
Is it
addition
just
to also
Donald?
getting access to our
If
next
he's alive,
selling
he
friend,
gives you
Geely,
the,
right there, which we'll be
anti-points?
using a number of very cool instances throughout the run. So now that we have that quick run, that is going to be our main mode of transportation. Wow, that looks weird on this Sora. Our main mode of transportation throughout the majority of the run. So now we're going to summon Genie, as we just saw, in his probably least sexy usage throughout the entire run. He's out because he won't do anything.
Yep.
Cool.
There we go.
We don't want our party members out because they will attack those white knights and prevent them from killing us.
And as you saw,
Thank you to the 3 people clapping for not doing anything.
Oh,
That was great.
okay.
We didn't make a wish. What do you want?
I
That's
just want to point out
hilarious.
that we die in one attack from those guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's still, the game is
What
still
does
very hard
Genie
at this point.
do? Embarrassingly,
That
I
really
don't know.
never goes
but
away. You will always be 1 to 3 hits away from death.
And we're actually going to be taking a hit on purpose.
I've never
here.
really used it.
Oh yeah, this strat is very difficult to do, but it has to do with the timing of these reflects is quite particular.
Nintendo taking that hit because we got an ability called Experience Boost, which what it
Good
does,
option.
which whenever Sora is below 50% HP, he gets double the experience from killing enemies. And we want to hit level 18 before we go into this next boss fight, Prison Keeper. And because we are in that critical HP, boom, there it is,
Nice.
18.
Ooh. An
He's level
aggressive
18
play
now.
from Nintendo there to actually drop out of it, saying, I can kill the second one faster with just regular Sora.
Yeah, and what's important there is that I'm the one that delivers the final blow on the enemies, because if a party member does it, then you don't get the experience boost.
Yeah. Again, a lot of those kind of JRPG style mechanics coming into play.
Right.
Okay, so no more Valor form. Got it.
Nintendo quick running
Multiple
on
forms of
over
defense.
to
People
our
usually do something
next
on Minor
boss
Master
here, Prison
Genie
Keeper.
limit. I see.
Yeah, so
what
on
does
Prison
it? What does the
Keeper,
limit do?
there's a bit of RNG at the beginning. There's a lot of RNG present in this run, but a lot of it is
Never
reactive.
really
What
used
actually
them.
makes the run really cool is that there's a lot of reacting to
I
what's
used a
going
little
on
bit
in the
of
run. So
Peter
right here,
Pan
you can
and a
choose
little
between 3
bit
different
of
kids. We don't
Chicken
want to see
Little
Shock. Barrow is actually the best RNG.
for the tournament.
Gonna do a reflex.
But apart from that,
and
I
then
haven't
hopefully
really used them
retaliates right
much.
here, do another reflex, and then go straight into Dance Call, because Dance Call is one of the best limits in the entire game.
Yeah,
Oh, that's
this
cool
would
how
be in
Jack
our
throws
Holy
you.
Trinity we were talking about earlier. If
Never paid
you could
attention
use it
to that
everywhere. But
animation.
sadly, because it's tied to Jack Skellington, you can only use it in this world.
Yep, so we're gonna get out of Dance Call here. We're gonna go into Valor form. And this is for MP refill and also just to do a lot of damage. Want to get him into the last phase. We're actually skipping one of the kids by doing enough damage mid phase right there. So like the Dance Call is really important to keep him staggered. Gonna do some extra
I
damage
love how
here.
he's able to do
This
all
is a
this
shock attack that we
commentary
don't
and
wanna
do the
see, but
boss
it's okay on
fight.
the last phase. Now we're gonna do an air combo to make him retaliate. Again,
So
hit revenge
cool.
value. And then go into
We won't watch
reflect
the
into
full
Trinity
run
limit.
today. I'll watch
that's so
the
good.
rest probably on Friday before we start
And
these
this
new
last
games.
break right here should be
Today,
enough.
in about
I love this.
10 or 15 minutes,
Great strat.
I'll go into ad
Also
break,
getting flashed
and
up
then
on the top
after
right
that,
of your
we'll
screen
have
there. That
Neon
is
join us,
another- it's
and we'll be
basically
watching.
Slide Dash Lite.
We'll be watching
It's
the
basically just a
358
shorter
over
range
2
slide dash, so it's another
cutscenes. He
good
also
gap closer,
hasn't
and it can combo with
seen
slide
it yet,
dash to help make sure
and
that
we're
you're
kind of
staying
trying
right
to
up next
start
enemies.
the game around the same time so that we don't spoil each other.
Quick dono in celebration of that awesome
Absolutely.
boss fight.
Go for it.
We have a $25
Nina, are you
donation
about ready?
from Neosai. Nin10 is one of the most talented people I've ever met, and it's awesome to see him running one of the best games ever.
Thank
Also,
you so much.
for a full plot summary, a
Aw,
good friend once
sweet.
said, kid loses friends and island and wakes up and dog and big key darkness.
Yeah.
That about sums it up.
Actually, that was great. That was the
Yeah,
best,
that was perfect.
best ever plot summary I've heard.
Let's go, Neosai.
So Ninten doing some thunders against the boss here. They are not doing any damage, but we're actually doing them because, one, we want to get our drive back. And by doing thunders, we put ourselves in MP charge. And something we haven't explained yet is you get drive back faster when you are in MP recharge.
Yeah, you can kind of see it's glowing orange.
Oh,
It's
I
you know,
did
it's
not know
bright
that.
and shiny because you're getting enhanced recovery rate.
Oh.
So this fight is very long. I think a good fight on critical mode is around 3 minutes. You know there's something wrong with a fight
Did
when
not
a
know
speedrun
that.
strat is a 3-minute long fight.
Yeah, so-
Right.
So this fight, it's mainly because it's a big auto-scroller. We have to let him summon 12 presents to knock them back. And as the fight progresses, he starts summoning them less and less frequently. So we're doing a trickier cut present skip. I'll
So
let
he's
Tara
just
explain this
basically
one.
always
Yeah,
there.
so the reason we got drive back, we want to summon Chicken Little because he's about to spawn 2 enemies and we want to keep these enemies alive. So we use Chicken Little to whistle them over.
Why?
Go into the FPS mode, which is Chicken Little's limit-esque, to basically pull them beyond that punching glove, because as you saw for one of them, it kills them. So we use this to keep it alive. We're gonna swap out Goofy, I think, so he doesn't kill that one over there. And what this does is it prevents Oogie Boogie from spawning more enemies on this belt and just lets him spawn more boxes for us to knock him down.
Ninten even throwing a thunder on it so that it wouldn't get up to the spikes and potentially die of its own accord.
That's also
That's
so it
genius.
doesn't despawn. If you just leave it alone
Gotcha.
and don't perform any action, it will just go away.
Because, yeah, he's trying to get a double present skip
Yeah.
effectively.
Yeah.
Yeah, so right here, if the enemy was gone, we'd have to wait a little bit longer to get into the middle here, but we can go instantly, and now it can die to the spikes.
Yeah. Wonderfully done. That is not easy to do in a fight that if you get hit by
Very-
one of
very
these
hard fight,
pieces of
isn't it?
lightning that's
Look at
that's raining
that.
down, it's probably just going to combo you until you die.
Yeah. That fist that keeps coming down, that's a one-shot from full health.
So Ninten's listening to so many different sound effects as well as some of these patterns
So
are predictable.
mustn't die.
To be
Got
able
it.
to just know how to handle this fight.
Yeah, thankfully when you do the reaction command, you have iframes, so you don't take damage during it, but it's very easy to get clipped by things in this fight. And it's such a huge time loss if you die.
And now here the boss
It's
can
so
move
hard. They
twice, so
actually
they
left
lose
at
a
the
tiny
same
bit of time, like
time.
2 seconds or
5
something.
seconds.
Is it really?
Yeah, it's 5
Wow, I thought it was 2.
It is.
That's
Yeah,
awful.
the animation
move.
lingers longer than you would think.
Yeah, that is awful.
Yep.
That's just random. There's nothing we can do about that.
One more
I
quick
wonder
run
how
under the
much
fist right
damage
here.
these thunder things
And
do.
hopefully Jack or Goofy will help me out on damage on this last part.
Yeah, the safe move would be dance call.
Looks like
but
a
we go for
really,
the
really
fast.
hard fight. That's not easy.
Guys, that fight is dumb.
Yeah,
That is not a good fight.
it's probably most runners' least favorite fight.
Yeah.
It's long, there's a lot of auto-scroller aspects to it, but it's also not an easy fight.
No.
It is
No,
And
it
especially
looks
once
very
the present skip
difficult.
stuff got discovered, it's like
Yeah.
at least there's a cool piece of tech to it,
Yep.
but like it's hard to do when
Right,
you
yes.
have more to manage in a fight you already had a lot to manage in.
I
Oh,
never
we're not
expected
going
that particular fight to be one of the
$1 million,
hardest ones.
baby.
we hit million
turning
right
this
now.
bus around.
First use of Genie here. I think
Second use of Genie.
Second.
First, yeah, real use of Genie.
He's doing something?
Gonna set him to Wisdom form because Genie actually gets the same drive forms that you have, and it affects his different attacks.
Yep.
Wisdom form's really nice. Nintendo waits just a moment there and then uses that Wisdom form attack from Genie to hit a bunch of the enemies.
Yeah, so we took a hit here because we'll be EXP boosting this as well. I think we mentioned it before, but we want to be at half HP because that gives us more double experience. And we're going to be wanting to hit a huge level coming up soon in the next world.
The animation.
We also got the magnet spell recently, which, as you can see, you can put above your head in order to group enemies up. And it allows us to do a lot of damage like that.
Jesus.
So that is like, what I think you said is like a 20% or something to you consistency rating.
Yeah, that's really hard to
like
do.
That
never happens.
Yeah, and again, that was all
so
in
impressed.
positioning for this technique that we like to call the magnet shuffle. Hobbs, would you like to explain what the magnet shuffle is?
First, I want to say that fight is what made me stop running this video game. All right.
It's so hard.
I wanted to do that strat because I wanted to look cool, not like Nintendo, and I couldn't do it.
Yeah.
Like you barely see it, right?
Basically, I talked about that magnet. You pop it up over your head. It groups enemies up into it. And as it pulls the enemies into it, it deals a little tiny bit of damage.
Little bit.
Little tiny bit of damage.
Practically nothing.
Yeah, just a tiny little bit of damage. But every time an enemy gets knocked out of the magnet, it gets pulled back in again. And it does that little tiny bit of damage. And turns out if you use something like Trinity Limit or Wisdom Form Genie or lots of other things that we're going to see throughout the whole run, you can cause enemies to get pushed out of that magnet, sucked back in. Out of that magnet, sucked back in.
Loops
and it might happen over and over and over again several times within a second.
Right.
And so that turns that
that's
magnet
why
that
it
does
was
just
like
a tiny bit of damage, is mostly
moving
utility
like
to group
that.
enemies up into one of the best damaging tools in the entire speedrun. At least for regular mobs.
Really
it's not as good
cool.
for bosses generally, but for regular like Heartless and Nobodies, it is extremely powerful.
Yeah, this section is actually one of the coolest movement
I love
sections
how
in the
it's not
game. We get to use
offensive in
Wisdom
this game
Form.
to say nobody.
We do a lot of tech
Like,
to
you're a
skip like ledge
nobody.
grabbing.
Like, yeah, what about
just
it?
timing your quick runs really well is also really important. You can lose a lot of time from just like having suboptimal movement.
Yeah, using spells like Fire or Reflect to get enough height to dodge a... or even just like that, like a little fire there to
cut out the
land.
landing lag like you had talked about earlier to start up a quick run.
Now we go through
some
a
of
maze.
them
I
just
don't know
put
how
up
you're
with
ever
it.
gonna remember where to go.
I probably have time for 1 or 2 donations here, I think,
Awesome, amazing. We have a $250
But a lot of them
donation
are in
from
denial.
Archie23. Nin10 crushing this game like always. Doctors Without Borders is a worthy cause, so let's push for that 1 million.
Woo!
Yes. Thank you so much for that donation. We have another $100 donation.
I do love these
or a
donation goals. It
$100
makes
donation
gamers
from
look better.
Rachiwi.
Like here,
Donating for
from
my
people
forever
who sit on their
fandom.
ass all
1 mil,
day.
here we come.
Let's go.
My dude's got purple hair.
This is interesting.
This is
Thank you all for donating for Timeless River Sword, because this was the correct answer.
Yeah, this was great.
Bring it to
Or a $100 donation from Rachiwi.
You have to help me understand
Donating
this.
for my forever fandom. 1 mil, here we come.
Let's go.
My dude's got purple hair.
This is interesting.
This is
Thank you all for donating for Timeless River Sword, because this was the correct answer.
Yeah, this was great.
So stealing the
I need a
ether from
straw.
Tron there. And did you do anything else in that menu? I didn't quite catch.
No, that
Right,
was it,
Spider?
We want to keep on Hero's Crest for a bit longer.
No, I just want to understand this run properly.
Just a small
if you know
minigame right here.
anything
So
about
in this
the
minigame,
run
you have to
that we're
catch the
seeing,
cube. One neat
backseat
trick
away.
is that wherever it spawns, so right here it'll be glowing red. If you quick run one space left, it will most likely be around here. Let's see if I'm a liar.
Yeah, you have to either do a finisher on this cube or pop into a dry form to just take it
I
out.
don't know how to drink from it.
Yeah, dry form explosions
You're
being
fine.
another instance of like a special attack as well.
Yeah, and they hit a wide area too, so you don't have to be right next
Alright,
to the
I'm not
cube
gonna lie
like
to you,
you
it's
would
a bit
have to
weird.
for a regular combo.
But
Or if you suck at that minigame and you actually lose the box.
So one thing I want to mention is that we got limit form and master form. So earlier in
It's a
Agrabah,
bit
I was
weird on
mentioning
the
stuff about anti-form. When we get new drive forms, it also resets our anti-points. So when you get, as I said, when you get too many anti-points, you can get anti-form. But there are certain situations where you won't get anti, which we'll be making sure that we do. So we'll hopefully never see
so why
anti
do you want
except for maybe one
anti-form?
part.
Yeah,
I actually
we do
forgot.
have it routed out.
Don't know if they
specifically.
said it last time.
And this is Light Psycho. Light Psycho is deceivingly pretty dangerous because if I get hit, then suddenly it becomes very scary.
Oh, really?
Yeah, this first part, the enemies will always spawn 2 blue, 2 yellow, and 2 green.
Yep.
But the location that they spawn is random, and whether they're attacking right away or not is also random. So that first part is not set. Now this part, that some of the
Like, this is
attacks
such a
some of the
cool
later
run,
enemies
and it
can
looks
do
so
is
much
a
more
little random, or at
doable
least
than Kingdom
so
Hearts 1. I'm
based on
actually
so many
really,
factors, it might
really
as well be.
tempted.
But at least now everything
This one
spawns
looks
where
like
you
I can
expect
do
to,
it.
like in the same
For
places,
now.
and will react
You know?
pretty much the same way every time.
Yeah, so basically it's one of those things where if you do the same thing every time, the same thing will happen.
Right. Yeah.
So how do you
So,
go through the
little
walls?
interactions that each of these enemies dude.
How's he
Extreme
able
ones
to do
spam
that?
a shield, and if we hit it at the right time, we can propel ourselves right into the turn.
It's so good. The game wants it to be kind of a rock, paper, scissors, where if they are putting up a shield and you attack, it slams you into the wall. But it turns out if you get slammed towards the wall, but there's no wall there because you're at the turn and you turn at the right time, you just go flying down the corridor. It's
Do
great.
that again right here.
Yeah. Ideally get like 3 of them
I had no idea that you
That was a
can
good one,
drive
yeah,
that
through
was
them.
awesome.
It kind of reminds me of the FF7.
Now, unfortunately,
the
if
mini
he goes
game.
for another one, it's going to be based on one of the
So,
white light cycle
anti-form,
enemies,
I assume,
which
is risky
those
because you
can
can't
go
be
from any of the
healing
attacks that the other
and
colors can do.
You're
So
only
it's a
there
little
to
bit
do
random. You have
damage,
to
but
kind
it
of
does
hope
do
that
more
they use the
damage,
shield
doesn't
attack.
it?
See if we get it here.
The commentary is great. I love it.
Unlucky, but
I do
survive.
talk over it sometimes. but-
That's the most important part.
Yeah, another really, I know we've been saying this throughout the whole run, but it's so easy to die in this run in so many places. And this is a big example of one that early on you might die here multiple times.
I love this.
Because you get two shot
Four
by everything and
grown-ass
there's no way to,
men
like,
just sat there
replenish your
talking
HP in
about
any way.
a
It's rough.
Disney game. It's
This is
so
another reason you should
good.
go to KH2Random.com because that minigame is gone.
Get it.
Yep, so we'll be doing some
Oh,
more
this is not a
experience
kid's
boosting here. It's
game.
actually the most important parts of our experience grind because we have the hits. Level 23, I believe it is, in the screens minigame. So we're taking a hit, and we'll be at the
But how do you
HP
manipulate
throughout
that?
this entire next segment.
Like, how do you get
And we're
into
seeing our first instance of Stitch
the
here on
anti-form
screen. Another summon that we just
purposefully?
picked up in Hollow Bastion. Stitch
Oh, look at
is
Stitch.
fantastic if he wants to be.
Why?
But can also be very frustrating because Stitch is quite random. He does. You can influence what he does based on your health. If you're in critical health, he is more likely to do this, Ohana attack where he's using the ukulele over and over. And right now, that's what we want to see out of him because it will cause enemies to die from the magnet by. It'll do that magnet
he's
shuffle
like
basically, but a
Fuka.
little bit slower.
Sometimes
Nintendo
reliable.
wants to clear 2 screens and then keep using magnet and finishing leap or regular attacks, whatever he kind of has available to him, reflect as well, to be able to kill as many enemies as possible. Because again, look, every enemy is giving 152 experience because they normally would give you 76
But if he
experience.
wanted magnet,
Because he's below
wouldn't he
half
use
health,
Chicken
he gets
Little?
double the experience from him.
Is there a reason why that one is
and I
not good?
think we're coming up on
Or
level 22
is it
here, so
just
just have
because it
one
doesn't
more
do damage?
to go. Ideally, we have them all grouped up together. And also, ideally, Stitch will lick Sora.
Yeah,
So you-
licking Sora will refill all your MP. So
It's the biggest thing we want to see out of him in this fight.
yeah, after this point, if we ever use Stitch, you just want him to refill your MP, basically.
Yeah.
Like, that's pretty much all you want him to do.
Yep, that's actually pretty good. A 49 is really fast.
That was really fast.
That was really good. And Tron learned a new ability.
cool.
Yeah, we have about an hour of the
That was
run.
sick. Look like auto. Oh, wait, no, the actual.
It's set up, I think.
The estimate was 235. He finished it in
auto-change.
230, I
Setup is
think.
actually a good limit in
It
this
is,
game.
yeah.
I just we don't really have the
Oh,
opportunity
he
to use
stops
it.
attacks?
I think the
Does he?
speedrun used to use it way back in the day.
It might have, yeah.
Oh,
Instead, we're going to use one of the Holy Trinity.
I did
the
not know that.
trifectas,
I needed
Yep.
to use summons a
as
lot
Hobbs
more.
and Spike like to call it.
Yep, we're going to use Comet or Fantasia for the first time here.
But this, honestly, this looks doable.
Sorry, yeah, I have not
Yeah,
the first
yeah,
time.
Yeah.
I think I can do this
once
run.
again,
So far,
spacing
I
is
do want to
key
see
right
the
here,
final
'cause
bosses.
Basically, we're going to try to use Comet after a quick run to the center of the arena and then go into it and try to kind of manipulate hostile program to be going up against
Good
the wall so he doesn't move away from that big Fantasia explosion. Now we have all of our clusters, so we can immediately freeze him and go into some air combos right here. Popping into that limit form, you basically have access to Kingdom Hearts 1 Sora's abilities, including that devastating Zentetsuken right at the end. That pushed Ninten all the way into the final phase right there. We're a little low on clusters. Should be
Jesus.
able to do some cleanup and get a little bit more
this should be
AR.
How
okay.
annoying are the
Yeah,
lasers?
staying
This
a
long
distance
attack
away.
here, and he'll stay here for a while, so now we can freeze
Okay,
him.
so it's
and go
looking like
into
you can
another
just
Comet.
jump and
Thankfully,
stay in
Tron
the
threw a
air
bunch of
for a
potions
while.
on to keep him alive, because he needs to be alive to use
Okay,
this
it's not
limit.
that bad.
And we can finish him off with the
he
Comet.
can cast
The Comet
Magnet.
finisher does a huge circle.
Nice.
That really goes
Yeah,
to show,
it's
like,
looking
Nintendo's prowess
doable,
in
and it's
multiple
looking
different
really
categories,
fun.
'cause effectively
Like, it has a
mid-fight,
few
had to
gimmicks
decide,
that I'm
I'm
just
gonna
like,
kinda do a level one
wow, you
strat
can
here,
do that.
because he didn't
Or you
quite
should
get
do
the
that.
Ragnarok to land
It's
on the
so
enemy and
good.
get all the clusters that he wanted at the specific
And it's in
time.
English,
Had to
more
just default to,
importantly.
okay, we'll freeze him a little bit
You know?
later. That's okay.
Yeah.
I
And it
would've
has
died.
the modded category where you
Now
can
we're
mod
going
out
to
the
one of the coolest bits of the
gummy
run. We got a little
missions.
gauntlet here
Like,
of a
why
bunch
not?
of little
you know?
mini mob fights and a boss fight
Oh,
coming
heals
up.
your MP with
Yeah,
his
this is
spit.
grueling.
Yeah.
This whole segment.
But it's really, really
It
fun
is
to
cool.
watch.
I don't know what
want
to
Goofy
think
to
of
use
that.
Tornado and gather up all the enemies here.
Yeah,
cool
I
little
know,
thing
but just the fact that
is
one
when
day
you
I would
do,
have to is
attacks
making me a
during
little
Goofy's Tornado,
nervous.
they do a ton of damage. And
Like, Kingdom Hearts 1
get that
speedrun
retaliation
looks
from the enemy
really,
and then
really
some Chicken
difficult. I
Little.
really enjoyed watching it.
Good fight.
Nice.
Chicken Little there, like, it helps a little bit, but mostly you get to 3 drive, use Chicken Little, and then we're now in another one of those rooms where it takes your party members away from you. So now we're at max drive instead of being at 3.
And guess what? We're going to use Chicken Little again here.
Yeah.
Yeah. Dancers, another one of the most toxic enemy types in the entire
Why?
game. You hit them once, they get you with that grab attack. That's a one-shot.
Oh, are
baby.
these the ones that throw you?
But instead, going to try to group them up by using Chicken Little's magnet and a regular magnet.
Throw an ether here, get some MP back. So we
If
keep
so,
doing
then
these magnet
they're
finishing
annoying.
combos.
Yeah, something
also
to
faster
mention
on
here is that,
Chinese.
our
Yeah,
ether
I don't
usage
think I
is really
could.
important. So you have to remember all the ethers you use throughout the run because sometimes you use a bit extra and sometimes you use a bit
Magnet
less.
shuffle.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh, unfortunate.
That's unlucky, but that's fine.
One the lot.
Wait,
Very nice.
is that like
I
them
don't know if we
stealing
mentioned
money?
this about Magnet, but Magnet counts as a
What's-
finisher. And because we have finishing plus, you can go use a Magnet and go straight into a
How
different
does that
finisher.
work? What was the
As we
yellow
saw with this
thing?
finishing leap there. Very devastating combo in our arsenal that we make a lot of use of in the run.
This guy,
If
I
we didn't
hate
have
this
finishing
guy.
plus, we wouldn't be able to have that like magnet into a thunder or a finishing.
How
leap
long
or
did it
anything.
take you to
But now
master
we've got
the
Demix,
run in
another
Chinese?
one that, as a child, this
Oh,
boss
that's
got you
what
stuck
the
for
Trinity
hours,
limit looks
possibly.
like? I
We're gonna try
see.
to take him out in just about 60 seconds.
Embarrassing.
Getting under 30 water clones right here, then going into that.
I didn't
group
really
short
use it all
Trinity,
that much.
Using 2
Ah,
of the different
okay. I
phases,
was like,
getting
is
him
that
at
money
5
falling
or
out
less water clones and
or
going
something?
for the Trinity.
Oh, this is going to be
Health
good.
bar. Oh my gosh.
Beautifully done. Already down to 2 3/4 health. Popping back into that limit form right there. Again for that devastating Zentetsuken into the classic Ars Arcanum combo. Cutting out the finisher of the Ars Arcanum because then they won't actually gain
Jesus.
revenge value. Popping out immediately into Donald's Fantasia. Popping it up after we get him in this brick wall state. Going into first person because it looked cool.
Holy shit.
Show off.
I don't even know how you ended that fight.
That was
finishing
so
lead?
That was
impressive.
just a hit. Yeah.
Okay.
I just tapped.
And I just pressed X.
Putting on a few abilities here. And
Like you can just see
Yeah,
the
mostly got
screen
another
shaking
reaction boost, so get to
slightly.
put that on. It's going to help
But you
out
know
with
what's
the,
happening.
various
This is
reaction
so cool.
commands. And now,
Is this the
gauntlet's not over.
This
In
is
fact,
the
it's only
Final
just
Fantasy
beginning, 'cause we're
sequence,
heading
isn't
into
it?
Final Fantasy fights. From this point onwards, if Nintendo dies in any of the next 4 little fights here, he will have to refight Demix. Like, it will be sent all the way back to before Demix.
But like
So
ideally
starting
you
off
want to
with
do the
Yuffie
run
platform here,
on
you get a few
on
kind of
critical,
basic
right?
enemies, and thankfully, this one's
Is
not
this
too bad. You just kind of have
easier?
to use whatever tools are available,
Somehow?
Cyclone or the Rising Sun attack.
I really
anything
want
like
to
that
see
to
the
try to
FF
clean them up.
sequence.
little
Or
Solar
You use
Trinity
their
here.
abilities.
Yep.
I
Solar
wonder.
Trinity Magnet Shuffle. Very powerful tool.
We're gonna do a Sonic Blade here because limit levels up from finishing out your
looking
limits.
like you do.
So doing that right there actually gives us a limit experience, and we want to hit level 2 limit for the end of the game. So we route it out where we use our limits.
Faster.
Yep. Already got 1 experience from the hostile program. And,
oh.
my God, Nintendo almost.
What is happening?
Close to dying here.
Well handled.
Do you think that
Okay, with your
learning a
TR Sora
non-crit
fit, I thought you were
run
still in limit form. I
instead
was like, how are you doing that?
as the
I
first
know,
one
it
would
threw
be
me off big
easier?
time. Yeah,
better?
those Morning Stars, again, a
Or
theme.
people normally start
if
with
those
this
little
one?
slams they have hit you, that is a
Yeah,
one
you were
shot.
dead. And Nintendo smartly reacting.
That's how much
using
damage you do, by
RT.
the way.
I'm assuming
Good
that
Rising
everything he
Sun.
does that is on
Skill with
purpose.
the reflect going off right there, doing that big reflect damage.
And we want to get 4 drive gauge here so that we can go into limit form again.
Yeah.
Limit form uses
So you
4
use
drive
reflect
gauge.
when you have to?
That magnet shuffle
Or-
we've been talking about that Nintendo's doing with a whole bunch of different forms all over the
Or
place.
it's, like,
Not
actually
only is it good
routed
for
in
dealing
for some
damage to
reason.
enemies, it's also really good for refilling
Yeah, it wasn't
your
hit on
drive.
purpose.
Yes.
Yeah, it was because
Gonna go
sometimes
into
he
limit
is, so
form
I
to
can't
clear out
tell.
the shadows nice and quick with
Jesus.
little help from Cloud. Do a
Yep.
thunder on these bots to get their RC very powerful Sparkle Ray, which you will see a lot more of coming up here in another fight.
I kind
Trying
of
to
love
bait out
this
another.
sequence.
Unfortunate it died, but we're just going to try using some Reflect.
All
Magnet.
damage
Be a
is an
bit
enemy
careful here.
multiplier.
Yeah, be a little
HP decrease
careful.
faster.
So if we die here, we have to go all the way back to Demix.
Makes bosses easier
Yeah,
at
what's
least
up, Cloud? Why weren't
once
you
you get
in
the
Dirge
hang of it.
Cerberus earlier in the week?
What's that? That
It's
was
such a
sick run, by the
beautiful
way. Everybody
part,
should go back
isn't
and
it?
watch that.
I agree.
I love it.
Oh, how? What?
How did you live?
I think that
Okay.
was iframes.
No, okay, I know exactly what happened there.
What?
I grabbed an invisible security bot because it died after
Wait,
I had
what?
grabbed it.
Oh my
I
God.
had iframes from that
Yeah,
animation.
okay.
That's so
That
funny
it was
because
the
usually when that
animation
happens, that kills you.
Oh.
You just die. Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
That was
he almost
terrifying.
did
All right,
die.
so speaking of terrifying, now into. Did you even put on once more?
I think I did. I hope I did. We're gonna find out.
I can tell you don't have Follow the Wind on.
That's okay.
Yeah, I don't think he uses that anymore.
Okay. So this fight is pretty much the best thing that Nintendo
That
can do
was
this
scary,
entire fight
wasn't
is what is happening right now. Just use one of these sentry bots
see
over
Arachno.
and over. That sparkle
Honestly,
ray
sounds
reaction
helpful.
command.
It's like,
and
it's a bit
spinning the
scary
camera
to
around
start
help
a run on
make
critical,
sure the
but-
enemies spawn in, because the ones that are kind of further out on the edges, those
it
are
could
just
be really
JPEGs, all right?
fun
That's printed
to
out on a piece of
try.
paper and stuck
I do
around
love
there.
it.
Little,
I
they
love
gotta spawn
trying.
in actually
I don't know if
closer
I
to
would love to
trick
run, but
Nintendo's
I
doing
want
with
to
the
try.
camera is the enemies that are off camera. They actually there's more of them off camera than there are on.
I just
he's
wanna
positioning
finish a
his camera
goddamn
so the ray is
Persona run
facing
already,
behind
you
him where
know?
he can't see any enemies. That way he's clearing out more a lot faster.
I haven't
And the
finished
way
a run.
that attack
like a month.
actually works has to do with how fast you press triangle after grabbing a sentry bot. So we're talking about the levels of specificity that we can't get into again. They're just magnitudes.
Yeah. So pretty much
orders of
like-
magnitude higher.
Is there an
Yeah,
order
we're
to
trying to
this?
stay out of the edges of the
Or is
arena
he
because
just
then we spawn
grabbing
less
whichever?
enemies. But I still want to. I'm watching at every
It's
enemy
the
here to
closest
see
one
what is
and then
attacking
just
me because as for
like
here,
killing
there's a lot of
everything.
bots. Yeah,
Yeah.
a lot of bots.
Yeah, the bots can often queue up a laser attack while you're in a reaction command, and you have to be ready to reflect immediately or go into limit form or do something else that's going to protect you.
This was an incredibly clean and
That was
fast 1K.
very good.
Yeah.
What a fantastic mid game.
My goodness, what a 1K.
Really cool. See, I didn't understand how these abilities used to work.
Plenty of time.
We have a $25
I didn't even understand that you
donation
grabbed
from
them. I thought that was just
Roshko.
an ability
Nintendo
that
running Kingdom
we
Hearts
kind of
with Spike, Jade
have
Hobbs,
during
and
this
Thor
time.
on the couch. It must be Christmas in July. Let's get that $1 million. Woo! Woo! We have a $250 donation
okay.
from Wabbit Season.
I should
Look,
wait.
Sora, a
Wait,
lucky
where's my chat?
speed run. And we
There you
have
go.
one more anonymous donation for $50, donating for a chance at that amazing Tetris blanket and the Morrowind any % bonus. Make sure you're selecting that incentive way down at the bottom when you're donating, folks. We really want to make that happen. We're at 5,500 out of 20K.
But this
we
is
can
faster.
do it.
It'd be so
go.
fantastic if we hit 1 million during this run.
Yeah, come on, folks. We got to make that needle move because my brain needs number go up.
I need it. And now here we are in the second visit of the Disney Worlds, just like we've been going over.
Yeah.
We got to revisit 5 of the worlds right now, including a Beast Castle second visit. We're not doing the full second visit right now. We're just going to be going up to get our next most powerful Keyblade, the Rumbling Rose.
It's a very good Keyblade because it has Finishing Plus, which means that we get to have a third finisher on top of the Finishing Plus we had from Critical Mode. And another neat thing I'll be doing here is manipulating the Boki vendors. So the Boki vendors are an enemy that give you synthesis items, and they also give you a ton of experience. And a neat trick that was found by Hiren is that if you go into the room 3 times and then exit, it has to be a room that Boki vendors can spawn in. They will spawn in every
This
other room.
sequence looks so
every other
annoying
world
to
that they can
move
spawn in
through.
right now. So we'll be seeing 3 of them appear, and we'll be grabbing them for experience.
Big shout out to Ahirun, who's just basically the pioneer.
Yeah, it's
of
the Sora
everything
from
that's cool
the
about Kingdom Hearts 2
Timeless
speedrunning.
River.
Yeah. Yeah, without a hero, it would have taken so much longer for,
Yeah.
That is so
for
cute.
a lot of these fights to really get developed in the way that they are now.
Absolutely.
Now we're going to Pirates Part 2. Let's see some more magic spam.
Yeah, so this Rumbling Rose we're going to see real quick. I believe I should put it on right here. Put on here's Crest and
Is there
Master
like a
Form.
list of different models that you can have?
And now you're going to see how good the triple finisher is on the Pirates.
Quickly
Nice.
switching in
Very nice.
Donald at the end of the fight
Yeah.
to save him some menuing time.
Yeah, I love that little optimization as opposed to having to wait until after the fight. You're waiting there for half a second for the fight to end. Let's also quickly menu in Donald and have that done afterwards.
It really is like half a second, too.
Yeah.
You do not have much time. You have to very quickly hit up, like maybe left, and then up, X, down X, I think. It's a lot of inputs really quickly.
Yeah. And coming up here, this world is actually one of the
That's
hardest worlds in the second
super
visit because of this
optimization
boss,
that you
Grim Reaper.
learn
So Grim Reaper, we're
not
going to try
right
to keep him
away.
stunned with Blizzard because he has the same
Yeah, I never really used
properties as the
magic. I was
pirates from
just
before.
struggling with
He operates under a new mechanic called
hitting them.
Finch Count. That's a lot to go into for a marathon run, but basically we're going to be abusing his stun with Comet and do hits in between each Comet so that we can maximize the
that's why you
damage
swap
before he wants
Donald
to teleport.
in.
So he wants to teleport the whole time, but we prevent him from doing it. End the Comet right here to get extra damage in. Try to get him into the center of the Comet so that he can not break out of it. Go into Master Form. And ideally, we defeat him in Master Form because we want to keep our drive gauge.
Oh.
Ninten kind of canceling out parts of the combo
So
there
it
by using
refills
Master
if you
Form
finish the
Blizzard,
fight
and there we go, he did
in the
finish Master
form?
Get access
Really?
to one of the best combo modifiers in the game, horizontal slash there.
Oh, yeah.
Which just allows
Does
you to
it,
press square
like,
in the middle of a
throw
combo
everything
to kind
off
of do the
if he
side-to-side
doesn't
slicing attack
do
that
it?
effectively
I guess
just
he always
lets you
does
get
do
one
it.
extra hit in your combo and lets those
Have to be able
middle
to.
attacks that normally we haven't been talking too much
Overkill's
about
on-
do
okay.
significantly more damage.
Absolutely.
Believe Nintendo is going to do a Master Genie
And now
strat here,
it's
which is this the first
This is
time
the
we'll be
first time we
seeing
see
it?
a Master, yeah.
Oh,
Master
these are
Genie.
so sexy.
Yeah, Genie's actually my
Why
favorite
Genie?
summon in the game. And it's because he can do cool stuff like this.
Little Genie Magnet Shuffle.
We did Magnet Shuffle with Wisdom Form. We did
He
it with
just, like,
Group
grab
Trinity
and
using
throw him?
Ultima. We've done it with Group Trinity using Major Drive. We've done it with Solo Trinity using Break, effectively.
Yep.
And now with Master Genie.
And
So,
I just want to
very good.
emphasize, Master Genie's attacks, just without the magnet, don't do a whole lot of damage.
No, they really don't.
Just that magnet is just so powerful with the way we interact with it.
And like with everything else we've been talking about, positioning,
No
spacing
data
are all
fights,
very
Kappa.
important. There's some enemies where you want to put the magnet right on top of them before using Genie, and there's others where you want to put them further away. Now we're
Yeah.
getting Valor Genie here as well.
So wait, how
Unfortunately,
does
got out
that
of the
work?
magnet,
You use
but
your
we have 1
magnet
second.
spell,
Yes. That
and
was-
then you summon
1
Genie,
second
and then he
many.
interacts
Or just enough, I guess you would have died.
in a different way. I don't
Little
think I
Magnet
understand
Shuffle
it.
tag with Valor Genie this time, who has the Sonic Rave limit.
This one
Two
should go
magnet,
better.
Two finishers. And the explosion of the boxes also
I don't know,
damage
maybe he
the,
needs
the
experience or
gambler body
something?
And importantly, it kind of knocks him out of the magnet again, too.
there. Oh, yeah.
Drops the truffer
We're going
and
to skip
gets it
over
out
this
with
room because
full
it's
drive.
slow, and there's actually
okay.
another Heartless here, or nobody here who's going to drop a medallion, and we only need 3 of them.
Nintendo's going to throw an Ether so we have full MP for the next fight. Usually after fights, our HP and MP recover, but for some reason not after
Oh,
this.
because he wants to be
So we have
casting
to throw that
Blizzard,
Ether there,
right?
so we're topped off with the final boss of the world here.
Yeah, these second visits go fast, folks, so be sure to get those donations in. We would still love to try to hit 1 million by the end of this run.
That'd be
I
amazing.
hate this
You're gonna have
asshole.
An absolutely
do it?
amazing fight right here. First off, using
hate that
Blizzard,
fight.
trying to use more of
Oh, because
those
of-
magics
okay.
in order to just interact with this boss and get all the coins knocked out of him, because you can't actually deal any HP damage until all 882 coins are in the chest. Now we're going to be using Genie canceling. Look at that bottom left corner. That shows you everything you need to know. Nintendo's having to do a bunch of intense menuing to constantly cancel the end of his air combos with changing Genie's form to do that over and over and over again and completely skip over that first
I don't think I
phase.
can do this.
Now we're going to
I changed my
lock on
mind.
him as he's up in the air. You can just get a lock on, pop him 2 times with Thunder, get all the coins knocked out, throw him back in the chest, and get Donald queued up so we can use that devastating Fantasia Comet right here. Spacing those out
Okay.
to where he's keeping him stunned at all times. Oh my God, you bullied him. So we're already into the 3rd phase now.
Yes,
Getting up into the corner.
Now he's got to try to keep his party members
Oh,
alive.
you
Actually,
can-
switch Donald out for
I
Goofy just
didn't
because
know
Goofy had
that.
more health. And then it pops into Master Form there, which this is the strat that will never change in the entire speedrun.
Make it rain.
Yeah, Master Form using Thunder does this little dancing attack and hits multiple times, which means that the boss not only gets stunned, but also drops a ton of medallions. And Master Form is only good enough right now to will only last long enough to do 1 MP bar's worth of damage, which is exactly what we
I'm
need.
so impressed.
Each Thunder is 50 medallions, and each cast of Thunder does 3 Thunders in Master Form.
And what a beautiful fight. Like, that was
Jesus.
textbook. Everything about that was fantastic.
That, unfortunately, was our last fight with Comet.
And
Very
he's so
cool limit, but
humble.
we got
He just
something
sat
even
there
better
playing
now
his
in
little
Flare
game. I
Force.
love it.
The second of the Holy Trinity of limits.
Right? That was
The
hard.
The third.
Third, yeah.
Yes.
We count here.
That fight was so impressive. Can we have a little donation here?
Yeah, I think
Oh, please go.
$25 donation from Any. The DPS output is out of this world. I agree. Best of luck, they say. Thank you so much, Any.
Thank you.
Couldn't agree more.
Right here, we'll be changing customize maybe 1 more time, and then put on Duck Flare.
Wait. What was the...
Yes, was
I didn't see it.
Thank you.
Couldn't agree more.
Right here, we'll be changing customize maybe one more time.
Sora attack. So basically, they're doing focus, and for Donald, is it fierce?
Right here, we'll be changing.
What's it called?
Customize maybe one more time.
Flare force. Oh, fierce force. Like what?
And then
Okay.
put on duck flare.
Flare duck.
Yeah, specifically taking off Fantasia, so we might not accidentally menu to that instead later on. You're already going down to Flare Force.
This is a point in the game where party members are really not useful at all, so we just set them to not attack, and we just handle everything ourselves.
They can actually mess you up by attacking enemies at this point.
Yeah.
Another good magnet shuffle there. Take about half of the enemy's health out, and then using the finishing part of the Trinity
beating
to
the
deal
absolute
the rest of the
shit
damage.
out of
And
the
now we play
kids.
some golf with children.
Yeah. We're going to get another cool little thing here where Nintendo's going to switch party members
I for
right
some
at the
reason
last
thought that
second
this
again.
would be annoying in a run.
Just skips having to do another menu. The menu itself would take maybe 2 seconds tops, but
Thank you.
why spend the 2 seconds?
Walker.
We manipulated those bulky
Wait.
vendors. We did that so that we were guaranteed to spawn here. They give a lot of experience, and we're actually going to
My
EXP boost the
period
second one on the other
on
side by
YouTube is
purposely
not
getting
actually-
hit. Aerial recovery. Stitch is
Maybe
going to keep
my-
us alive by stunning those enemies.
Maybe
with
my
his ukulele.
keyboard is.
Finish off this bulky vendor.
Wait.
Get to level 28.
Over 3,000 experience just granted by that one because of the XP boosting. And it's important to note that there's an ability called Once More that Nintendo has because of grabbing that Dream Shield all the way back at the
Not
beginning
working
of the
for
run.
me.
That is the
Oh, I
only
have
reason.
to. I have to. Ha! Thank you for that.
Nintendo was able
thought
to
this was not
experience boost that
working.
because otherwise the big Jack in the
box
Box
would've
enemy
killed
would have killed him.
Yeah.
Once More protects you from dying in a single combo, but it will not protect you from a single
That's
big
so
hit.
useful.
Yeah, and the cool thing here, use Reflect, and then use Dance Call to suck them into the Reflect to do a lot of damage. Now, I would try to go for a frame-perfect trick here.
Not me just going like.
Ooh, almost.
It's not working.
So was just trying to stop the dance call limit at the same frame
I take
that he
things
picked up
very
all of
literal.
the presents, the last present specifically, just would have caused a cutscene to effectively finish early.
And now we have small
I don't get
RNG
full
signals.
instructions,
Actually,
I just don't do the
There's a lot of
thing.
work involved in this present minigame. We want to get big presents to make the number go up faster. We need to hit 100, but sometimes the game can just spawn a bunch of reds.
Early green.
And it's very unlucky.
2 early greens.
2 early greens.
Greens are
good.
good.
3 early greens.
I'd say we could get one very fast donation in here, though, as well.
Absolutely. I have a $10 donation from.
Can we just
I'm
appreciate for a
surprised.
second
I can't
how
believe
good
I
he
was
actually
tricked
is at
by that
aiming?
planned Mickey Death. How heartless of you.
We got 2 people.
I'd love to stay up for the whole run, but I'm out of puns nobody would want to hear. And I just don't have the heart. Good luck.
Hey,
Minden.
Cyber, welcome in.
Thank you.
All right, we're
Right?
getting into one
This
of
is
my personal favorite
really
fights
impressive.
in the speedrun, the experiment fight. This is a great display of that duck flare ability that we just got, the limit combination attack with Donald.
Yeah, so the cool thing about using Duck Flare and doing our combos with it is that there's a neat mechanic in this game called damage amplification. Basically, whenever we do multiple hit attacks,
Why didn't I use
the
that?
next couple hits after the first one would do like chip damage, but if we hit them, if something else hits them during the
Fucking
attack,
Duck
then
Flare.
every single hit does full damage. So we use that here in this fight and get maximum damage by using our multi-hit attacks like Aerial Dive and Aerial Spiral and Horizontal Slash. So we'll be doing
That's
3
so
duck flares in
wrong.
total here, and you just see that every single hit is doing a ton of damage mid duck flare. Grow ethers.
When you want to kill things quickly, duck flare.
This is fine.
Yeah, you'll be okay. Nice.
Horizontal
Done.
slash counting as a finisher to kill off bosses.
Yeah.
Absolutely love duck flare there. You can see spamming it 3 times.
How insane is it that in the next 40 minutes, he's just gonna be
sure you throw
done
not
with the
just
game?
1 but 2 ethers a lot of the time. Since if you are already in that pink MP recharge,
Morning,
the ether
Java,
will not
welcome
refill
in.
all of your MP. You have to have some left for it to refill the whole thing. Otherwise, it's going to refill a smaller
Are
amount.
you impressed, Java? You should be.
Do a cool
Look at this.
movement here with Wisdom
Ignores
Form.
a
That's
lot
why I
of the
swapped out Aladdin for Donald here.
Yeah, no
Bulky vendors,
Pride
so it
ones,
clears
no
out all the temps
Atlantis.
for us.
I was
Where
hoping
else
for
does he has to go everywhere
can
else
get
twice,
anti-Pride
right?
Well, you're fast.
I was
Yeah.
impressed by me.
Would've been a very small
Are you
percentage,
seeing
like
this
what,
guy?
like a 15
Are you
to
seeing
20%
what
or
he?
something like that.
I will
Yeah, it's
never.
very
Be,
small.
I've gotten
well, I'm
anyone to
hoping
dance.
to, but I will
So now
Like
we're going to
he never.
Agrabah 2. This is definitely one of the more restricted of the
that.
second visits you go to, is that Sora doesn't have any other party members with him. He is stuck to the carpet, and that can definitely make these first couple of mob fights very frustrating. Nintendo has to do a lot of reacting to wherever the enemies are in that first wave, but then out
Are you
of that,
seeing
he
this
can
guy?
catch
Are we watching the
enemies,
same video?
reflect their retaliation because they angy after they got stuck in that
Look at this
magnet,
guy,
and
Java.
going to
Look at him.
reflect into another magnet to deal massive damage to them.
Yeah, big thing with mob fights like that one, Heartless and Nobody fights. Now that we have Magnet or even Magnet,
I hated this
point,
part. Wait, how is he always so
if you
close
can have
to
a
him?
magnet up when they spawn,
Oh,
they tend
magnet.
to spawn pretty close to Sora. So you will collect them
Oh,
in that
maybe he
magnet,
just knows
and then they're
his
nice and
route.
grouped
I
up,
think he
and you
just
can do
knows his
whatever you need
route.
to do in order to try to take them out as quickly as possible.
They actually have to
on
look
the very
for
first
fucking
spawn,
Jafar.
they're already spawned into the arena, so they're going to move around randomly. They're not going to stay near
Java,
Sora.
how are you today?
Or if you ever don't have that magnet up as the enemies spawn, then as soon as they spawn near Sora, they're going to disperse.
he knows where
and
Jafar is
head
gonna
all
go
over the
before
place.
Jafar
So
even
these
decides
fights are
where
all
he's
about
gonna go.
making sure that you kill all the first wave of enemies at the same time, and as you have freshly
Like
put
he
up
goes
magnets
to the
that you
battle
can catch
point
the next
before
wave.
Jafar does. How
things
cool
go
is that?
really badly as soon as any small thing goes wrong. So we want to get rid of that
Oh,
wave,
really?
next wave spawns.
Oh, you
See,
came
so
in
this
here
is an
with
example
like
of things going wrong.
compliments and good mood. I
That
thought you were
enemy
having a good
moved
day.
away, didn't get caught in the magnet. Ninten recovered, got the next wave of enemies to spawn in that next magnet, and is able to take care of them.
That was a very quick and smart recovery in there.
Oh, that if one fortune teller doesn't get in the magnet like that, it can easily stagger the next wave as well. And if that Crimson Jazz gets staggered from the fortune teller, you're done.
And that fight's critical because we want to end that fight with around this much MP because we need MP to activate these switches here. Each one takes a different
I
magical
hate
element.
these
This one
fucking
will be
things.
Thunder, the next Blizzard, and the last Fire. And if we don't have MP, we either have to waste Blizzard.
Oh, for as long as there are
waste
worse
Ethers on them,
things
which
that could
we really don't
happen,
wanna
you
do,
know?
or wait for MP to get
Means
back.
that
Ninten's also having to dodge the attacks
it's
of
not
the
as
enemies
bad as it
while
could be,
lining
right?
up the
It's
various magic
Friday.
used for the
At
switches.
the end of the day,
Last one here, probably
It's
the
the end of
scariest,
the
'cause this
working week,
Crimson Jazz can
hopefully.
one-shot us.
Yeah, but thankfully the Switch becomes ready the fastest. So you can
Definitely.
just kind of YOLO it instead
hated
of
those.
having to dodge around.
I'll get a 41. 42.
do you know that I finished
Yeah, if you
the
get a 41,
sequence and then
you
I
have to
wasn't
quit
paying
the run, I
attention
think.
to what was happening on screen because I was reading the
All right,
chat
so
and then my
this is
time
just
ran
a,
out
one of the last auto-scrollers
as I
here.
wasn't aware that there was a timer and
we'll be
I had
just
to
trying
do
get
it all over
experience. It's
again.
really important that we hit level 30 during this auto-scroller,
No
but thankfully
worries,
it's very
no
easy to get
worries.
every
Thanks
enemy
for
that
hanging
spawns
out.
during this. So we have
Get
time for some
yourself a
donations
good,
here.
nice,
Ninten calling me out, dude. I think it's so hard to get every
juicy
enemy.
drink. Sorry.
Yeah, please go for some donuts.
Absolutely. We have a $10 donation from Late to the Party.
Oh, they can cancel it like
Always
that?
love seeing Nintendo on my screen.
No, it's not
You are a gift to
childish.
the
It's something
Kingdom
that you
Hearts
look
community,
forward to. You're
and it's
valid to feel
awesome
that way.
See you at SGDQ.
Aw,
Sending
that
much love
sucks.
from the Pacific Northwest.
Thank you.
We have a donation from Shooty for $5. Hi, Nintendo.
Can you get it anywhere
I woke up
else?
just in time. I hope next GDQ we're able to see you speedrun Pooh Baseball.
Uber.
We have a $50 donation.
Is that like
to
an
MSF
incentive to
from
do
Violin.
the Acrewood?
Good luck with the run, Nintendo. Super proud to see
they're
how
not
much
gonna
the
do that.
community has optimized this run over the last few years. Everyone watching
You know what?
is
I
in for a good
order
treat.
things from
Hey, shout outs to Violin.
AliExpress.
One
I'm
of the
not
best Kingdom
ashamed.
Hearts 1 runners of all time.
It takes a while for them to get
KH2
there,
runner,
but
too. Just
Yes.
recently started doing runs.
Welcome home!
oh, thanks so much for the follow-up.
Yeah,
Come in.
You didn't kill that enemy. I was going to call you so hard. Go ahead.
I have Dark
Aw.
NES Mist with $25 to Doctors Without Borders. Hey, Nintendo! It's been
Yeah,
a
that really
pleasure
does
getting
suck.
to watch you crush this game. From grinding PB attempts to labbing fights, there is never a moment I'm not impressed with your technical know-how and execution. Much love from the Kingdom
Like, look at him. You can
Hearts
see that
2
he's so
FM
happy to get these
random
messages, but he's
community.
keeping his cool. I
And
love
remember,
that.
nothingness is eternal.
He's just like, yeah.
Nothing is
So cute.
You'll hear it later on.
Keep
Oh, thank you
spoiling.
for
make-
Oh, are you
showing
running
me how to
today?
say that.
Yeah, that'll make more sense later.
Guys, did you know that Java
All right, we're heading into
has
the
been
boss, the final
speedrunning?
boss of this world.
Do you follow Java?
Genie Jafar, or just
Java
I guess, Jafar.
speedruns.
And despite the fact that we are
follow
restricted to just our
Java.
combos in the carpet, This is a really cool fight, and also a very tight fight. To get right.
It's really tough, but it's another one of those satisfying ones to get down because then you can hopefully do it like every time.
Especially with the new aerial sweep strat. Relatively.
Oh, yeah, I'm really excited for this. So
yeah, he is. This is my first ever run that I'm watching that he's doing, and he's very pleasant to watch.
It's called
also, welcome in. Thanks for joining us.
Using that in a moment here. So first, we have to defeat Jafar's stomach.
I'm considering trying.
I'll be using the guard break iframe, just like that. To get it down.
This is such a cool mechanic. I love this.
It does a ton of hits.
I'm considering trying this run.
Air combo.
Some point soon.
Do another air combo.
I'm very tempted,
to get in
but
damage.
I just want to see the full run to see if
which we mentioned before.
This is within my realm of possibilities.
The gimmick about HP gates is that you need to do a finisher to get past it, to get into the next phase. So we're in phase 2 now. I need to use the finisher to get to phase 2. And right here, we want to beat the fight by ideally only using one. Oh, actually, this is.
You did the level 1 strat.
Yeah, this would be a little. Yeah, I've never done an action game run to begin with. I run Persona 3 Reload and now Final Fantasy X
this boss.
CSR
moves
as well.
Big,
well, not just CSR,
generally stylish attacks where bosses are invulnerable and they try to do a ton of damage to you. They, do this big relentless attack. We're not too worried about dying in this part.
I'm gonna let you know right now. If I don't die, it will be a miracle here. It will be a miracle.
It is this part that we're afraid of because now Genie Jafar is going to spawn so many fireballs that Nintendo has to reflect and hope it does enough.
Oh, let's go! Yes.
So
the extra aerial sweep.
Oh, you run X2? Aaron's here as well.
Oh my
runs
God.
X2. Oh if Aaron's with us.
We were like, yeah, if you get DM,
that was really fast. I was actually kind of worried that he would die there a little bit.
Yeah, my heart is pounding from that.
I guess he doesn't.
That's pretty scary.
That is how particular every strategy is for every category in this run. Nintendo did a strategy that is all based around having Hero's Crest equipped so that you have air combo boost on your Keyblade, when it was supposed to be a strategy based around doing ground combos with the combo boost ability on Decisive Pumpkin.
10-2 is looking like a really difficult
kind
run.
of threw things off there.
And honestly, we arguably got to see something a lot cooler than the regular strat.
It's my favorite game of all time. I actively push people to play it.
Probably the most dangerous attack in the entire Kingdom Hearts series.
Yeah, Genie Jafar's attack.
I had some issues
I describe it as it's a shoot
running it
and
on
you don't have a
PC.
Yeah, pretty much.
Unreal has been crashing lately, so I just got it on PS5.
Here.
So this weekend we're getting on a new leaderboard at
least. Use a Master Form magnet to get a Dragoons. Proc an attack from the dusk. Do a reflect into a magnet finishing leap. We have Decisive Pumpkin on now, which does extra damage. And then
I love Pumpkin. Pumpkin is my favorite Keyblade in this
kill
game.
All the Dragoons with it.
Oh, this is good.
I think I was using it to the very end.
Where was the
love Pumpkin? Holy shit!
All right.
Very nice. Very nice.
Such a good weapon.
And it doesn't end there because we're heading into the final boss of this world now. We're going into Zaldin. Gonna pop into Master Form again. That Magnet Shuffle again does
just
help
before he enters the door.
So had to do it at the end there in order to get to 4 drive for Master Form.
So it
I will need
out?
to get 9 jumps after 1 attack, and this is really hard to mash.
Oh, the full 9.
How do you do that?
How long did it take you to get the hang of the run?
The strat for a long time is to parry that boss so
because
that you
it's
can
not
actually
an
get
easy
all
run
9
at
jumps.
all.
But Ninja just walks to the side, and I don't get it.
Yep.
Pro.
Into the duck flare with that damage amp. Already down to 1 bar health.
I am far from a pro, Joe. I'm like 8th or something.
If you've played this game, you probably remember Zaldin getting on his weird dragon attack kind of thing.
On a leaderboard that I can no longer run in.
Then dying and Mickey trying to save you and then dying again.
Once 2 months? That's fast.
Third time Mickey didn't come back.
And
instead, it's like a 20-second
Top
fight.
10 out of 12.
That's going to be a common theme for the rest of the fights in the game here.
Yeah, now we're going to Land of Dragons. The battle level of this world is actually very low, so that means that we do extra damage here.
I am proud of my
That's the main reason why we go here later on.
And it's got the least amount of, I guess, really no
B is top 10 in the world. I'm sorry.
The other world's giving you access to greater magnets, flare 4s.
I don't even know what you get here.
Yeah, I know one thing I get,
he's been running it for years and years and years, right?
You do
I think he said it at the beginning of the run, but I forgot.
Go into limit form and do that again. It does so much damage to Decisive Pumpkin.
Yeah, Decisive Pumpkin having that base combo boost.
Dang.
And now we get Mickey. No, okay.
How fast was
the level 1 strat?
just to point out, since I haven't pointed out, how fast was that beast fight? Like at the end of the beast castle, that was actually insane. I didn't comment on it, but that was crazy. That took like
also
5
completely
seconds.
different menus, and Nintendo's just doing it all from memory. Like, unbelievable.
Yep, so Sonic Blade is a much safer strat here. You get extra damage. You also get level 2 limit, which I mentioned before, really want to hit. We don't have drive, which is unfortunate. I actually get it back here.
Yeah, so Master Form and Limit Form are kind of more powerful, at least according to the game, and they cost 4 drive gauges instead of 3 to use.
Yeah.
So thankfully, if you get to 3, you can use a summon or some other drive form in order to help refill your drive. And in this case, we want to use Wisdom Form for movement anyways. But if you then need to, you can either leave the world or go into a room where your party members aren't around to get all of your drive back. So we always, pretty much any time that we're refilling drive, we want to get at least past 3, but sometimes we want to get to 4 or 5.
Yeah.
Some wisdom. Oh yeah, Bulky's
I'm
here.
gonna say something.
Or wisdom for movement to go a bit faster.
Doesn't have anything to do with the run,
entering the courtyard
but I
fight.
love in this particular
a fight that actually became a lot more consistent
footage,
recently, because
how
we used to just
everyone
do a
in
magnet
this,
ultimate right off the bat, but now we
like
jump
on
over
camera,
here. because we
they're all
learned that
looking
this
healthy.
Makes it much more consistent to defeat the entire mob here.
I know it's a weird thing to say, but
the first part of that trinity
there's a lot of stereotypes that like all gamers just look generally unhealthy
because of the
but like I'm glad that you know that sometimes like we can see footage like this and they actually look like healthy people.
Here's 2 instances of this does very little damage, this does no damage, but if you swipe them together, all of a sudden,
not Red Bull
buzzsaw to the health bars. One more mob fight here.
Advertising themselves on this video where I'm talking about how they live healthy lives, but
get aggro on all the enemies, reflect twice in a magnet, kill off this first wave pretty quickly, do the same thing here, reflect them immediately because they have a hitbox when they spawn, magnet, Donald.
Is there any reason why you necessarily want to do the
There's a lot of situations from this point onwards where you'll see a duck flare happen, and
like
it's
what
just
happens if you don't?
We need just a little
Looks
bit of
a bit
extra damage
unnecessary,
to help the
but I'm
fight
sure
end,
it isn't.
and you might as well use the duck flare because it comes out so fast and immediately starts doing damage.
Okay.
Use duck
I
flare
ask
to
a question
do
and
full
they
damage.
reply. I love it.
Just 2 hits before he uses the RC to hang on.
Yeah.
Then gonna basically immediately go into a duck flare. Go for it.
Yeah, so now we're going to use Duck Flare right here, get a lot of damage, and we want to hit his next phase because we want him to go into his bashing commands, do as much damage as we can. Just that's good enough right there.
Them otherwise.
We'll go ahead and summon Stitch and hope that he can lick me to restore my MP here.
Okay, someone needs to explain Stitch to me because I have not been using him, and why does he look like
he barely did it, yeah.
Yo,
he's
best
licking
boy.
All right, now we're gonna push him
is
down
that
to
the
make
MP
sure that
refill?
we can use Duck Flare. And this Duck Flare,
I
along
do
with
that
damage
so
out,
that he
should be
doesn't
enough
bark
damage
at the
to take
neighbor's
care of him
dog.
before he gets back up.
And again, as Spike's mentioned in previous instances of that duck flare, the timing of pressing triangle for those extra bursts, very important.
That's so fast. Not the
Now we're
rocket
in,
still flying.
what we like to dub the end-game portion of the run. We only got 2 worlds, 1 mini world, 1 boss rush world, and then final fights. So we're coming towards the end here. Very fast run.
Yeah, it gets a lot faster when those 7 gummy missions you have to do. Because I think that made up anywhere between 20 and 25 minutes.
About
of the
30
run.
It was close to 30, yeah.
Woo!
Yeah. This would be our final gummy mission here, but instead we get to save.
The only sad part is it took away our bathroom breaks.
Yes, that is true.
Yeah, there is a certain amount. I always remember getting to those second
How
visits
many
of Disney
different
Worlds where
actions does
those
he
don't
have?
have gummy missions at all tied to them.
Yeah.
And it felt like, whoo, this is a lot all of a sudden back to back to back to back. So I can't imagine for everybody who's been doing runs on this, the feeling of, oh yeah, that's the whole run.
Yeah.
It's just 2.5 hours of go, 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 go.
Also, if you're ever wondering why we didn't go to Pride Lands, we don't have to.
Holy
That's
shit.
pretty much all you need to know. If you want to see Pride Lands, tune into twitch.tv/Ninja for
you.
any random.
Yeah, for basically any random.
Basically just tune into the
runs
first
as
5
well,
minutes of any
right?
rando.
Yeah.
Lands.
So I want to point out that we got the secret 4th part of the Holy Trinity of limits, which is Whirligoof, which is one of my favorite limits in the entire game. We'll be using it
And there's
twice.
no way
I
to
didn't know-
know or
Me too.
manipulate what she's
I didn't know if you were still going to
And he
use it or
doesn't
not on
read the room, he just
credential.
Oh
does
yeah,
things?
it's great.
It's
Okay, nice.
it's still really good.
But before that, we're going into this
for
fight.
example,
we call
in
it the
Persona
Mickey
3
fight because
Reload,
Mickey
the
helps us
Navi,
out.
I don't know how
Although
far
we actually
you
don't
are
want to do
into the
anything
game,
because
so
he
I don't
ruins
mention
the
names.
magnet shuffle with Master
The
Genie.
Navi kind
And this
of
is
reads
so
the
cool. I
room,
love
but still
the way
sometimes
this fight
does the
works
wrong
because
thing.
it's so weird. You have to like make sure that you're not targeting any enemies, even with that little orange auto target thing. Then pop a magnet so that you know it goes straight above yourself. Then using the limit from Master Genie, it pulls all the enemies into the magnet, which not only does a ton of damage from the magnet shuffle, it also refills that summon gauge. Look in the bottom right corner. See how high that gauge is going? It is just so powerful. And then these enemies, for some reason, you want to get right up on top of them, right above them,
genie
instead of
himself
further away from them. It's so particular.
Not us casting magnet and then him interacting with it.
I can't
For context,
believe
I
Mickey
haven't
is
really been
messing with
using
her
summons. Like, I
strats.
played
have
the
a
game
Mickey
once and I
donut.
haven't.
That's okay.
Go for it. Yeah.
$50 from Equations 19. Say, fellas.
Let's go.
Did somebody mention the door to darkness? Good luck on the run, Nintendo, and loving the commentary as always.
This is a real line in this video game.
Oh, you
can't believe that happened. Can you believe
Oh, so
Disney
then
let that
I
happen?
understood it correctly the first time around. Oh, okay.
So coming up here is the first fight where we'll be using Whirly Goof. We're actually going to use it with the Magnet Shuffle, but it'll do extra damage to everything here. And this fight is also going to be really scary because there's a few ways to get one shot.
So that when we start the game,
after
we have
this
more
first
time.
fight here. So in this, we're going to do lock on and then press triangle right away, like this, to line it up, and then do Whirly Goof.
So good.
Nice.
I love that limit.
Yeah.
I appreciate that. I always call those buzz saws, and that's like a literal buzz saw on it.
Just spinning.
So now we got the axe fight. Go ahead.
Oh yeah, so now we're going to attack the ducks, and they'll retaliate by attacking
What was the
Axel.
ad?
Their main focus is Axel, so we have to move
Oh, you
towards
can't hear me.
Axel. And Axel is actually very annoying here because the attacks that he does can actually ruin our magnets by separating all the enemies from it.
Yeah.
So we're going to go into limit form and then revert just to get the MP refill right there. We want to reflex because whenever the assassins come out of the magnet, they actually go straight into an attack. But they can also do a explosion, which one-shots us, so we can't let that happen.
Oh, really?
And this is actually a good fight.
Nice. That was good.
Nice.
That fight can go like even faster if you get lucky and
actually
Axel
looked like
uses
Axel
one specific
one-shot.
attack over and over again. He did it once in the entire fight.
Yeah.
That is still a fight that you should be more than happy to see, though.
Yeah. Oh,
That's
definitely.
a good
Perfect
run,
fight.
isn't it?
All right, so now we are going into the final boss rush, world, effectively, the world that never was. This is a lot of runners' favorite world,
This
I think,
is what I've
because
really
of
been
all of
looking forward
the
to
intricacies
see.
of these fights. And for Nintendo, we're going to help them out here on all these
I
because
was
there's a lot of focus.
semi-stuck on this one.
First one is Roxas. Nintendo's going to be doing a strat called Fast and Furious.
Spoilers.
So we're going to start by reflecting the boss, making sure that we get all that damage, and then doing a specific set of combos
This
so
fight
that the
was
boss
fucking
retaliates right
infuriating.
there with a ground
I got
combo.
the hang
Do
of it.
2 reflects into either getting hit or doing a jump and doing an aerial reflect. Now going to kind of repeat the same kind of thing, using a blizzard into those reflects there, going into limit form in order to refill all the MP, deal some extra damage. Gonna get another
Wait, he never went into
Zantetsuken, then
the
parry the boss with the
round
iframes of an
stage.
Ars Arcanum to deal more damage as well. Another Zantetsuken
Wait, you can stop him from doing
pop
that?
ether.
Oh,
Use more reflects here, and then going to quickly go into what's likely going to be a magnet into Trinity after another reflect. And that is going to finish off the boss.
He never...
Absolutely gorgeous, because you look at that
Oh,
drive gauge down there in the bottom right. He was able to go from about 1 bar all the way up to over 3 bars.
I wanna run this game. I wanna do that.
Coming up now, we've been talking about the whole run.
I wanna
trying
do
to
that.
avoid anti-form the entire run until this exact moment right here. We're going to equip that
Oh
new
God,
Keyblade
that's
we just
awful,
got. The 2
Arachno.
becomes 1. It forces either anti-form or final form, and we actually want to see anti-form.
Slap
ideally,
shot and-
right here. So we're going to
And what
get into a
else?
fight,
Wait,
which you
wait,
can tell
wait.
from the
I'm gonna use that new trick that I learned. Oh, maybe I do need to.
Actually,
Wait, I want to see. Oh, I'm typing. Oh, that's not good. Oh,
you want to see
my history. Okay. Slap shot and what else does he do? No vicinity break. That makes sense. Combo master. Okay, not your hits line. Okay, that makes sense. All right,
here.
I'll let
So
you
we're
watch
going
now.
to get
Hey,
into a fight,
Daniel,
which you can tell
welcome
from the bottom
in.
left, once the command
How are you
menu
today?
switches into combat mode, and then pop into wisdom. So because of that Keyblade, bam, there's anti-form. What the reason why we're going to do this, between this and the next year, we're going to do it 2 times, and that should
Such a
hopefully
good
drop
ability,
our
isn't it?
anti-points all the way down, because we will have seen it twice, to where we will safely never see it again throughout the entire
Watch the bottom right here. From 0 to 4 bars. And then after this Trinity ends, needs to quickly get into another drive form to get that anti-form, dropping all those points. And now Anti-form, like you said, Spike, never going to show up for the rest of the run.
Because, fun fact, it actually has a multiplier to show up
so
on the
he-
organization fights. I think
so he
it's a
purposely
50%
gets into it
multiplier.
to like spend
It's something
it,
massive.
right?
It's like 4 times or
If
something.
you
Yeah, I'm
have
doing
10
well.
anti-points, which is
Very excited to
basically
see the rest of
the
this
cap,
run because
like the
so
limit of it,
far
you are going to
I
get
think I
anti-form.
could.
Yeah, 100%.
It would take me a long
So now
time
we
to
go
learn
into
it.
the Zigbar fight.
but
Again,
it's
this is a
looking
big
so
boss
fun.
rush. We got
It's
here at the
looking
end.
doable.
Nin10 reapplying the Hero's Crest Keyblade because our strength stat doesn't matter much. We want the air combo boost off of it because Zigbar is going to be chilling up in the air the entire time. Let's do air combos. We're going to give him these first 3 sets of lasers.
Is there a way
to
for you to know how
particularly
many
manipulate
anti-points you
how
have?
he's going to react to this duck flare because again, woo, this is how you kill things quickly. Going into a very specific combo
was fun,
right here
hopefully,
to
at
not
least.
over flinch him to where he's not going to retaliate in a bad way. So trying to pump all that damage, we ideally want to see 2.8 bars
count
before we
them?
make a big move. Valor
How do you
Form
count
filling
them?
in for some damage right here, and more importantly,
do you
refilling
know?
that MP bar. Let's go for another duck flare,
Oh,
and if Nin10 can get
Jesus.
those perfect damage amps and not over flinch him, he can send him all the way from 100% health all the way to the end. Let's go, baby.
Nin10, did you get the elixir? I didn't.
I did, yes.
Okay, good.
Yeah,
All right.
we're gonna need that
Yes.
for fight later on.
Back to 3 drop.
I have to do this run. I want to do Duck
And
Flare.
it's going to help refill that drive.
Donald is
because
the
we're gonna
teeth of this
enter another
run. I
room where
love
your
it.
Party members are walking around. They're not in your party.
Right.
One thing to
would've
know is
thought?
that we're actually doing like really pretty low damage because this world is like the last world of the game, and we haven't really fought anything other than the small grandy segments. So this part is like particularly difficult to get through.
We're pretty
Holy
much
shit.
at minimum damage. Like,
Yes.
like you
This
are
is so
I
good,
think,
though.
just over in one of your stats.
You can just get over if you are in Valor form
Yeah.
at the end of the game. 'cause
Hey,
you have all
Nick,
the
welcome
keyblades.
in.
Which makes it interesting because your level 1
Strap,
does the same
right?
damage as crit does in this world.
Yeah,
So
it's
strong. I had
incredible.
no
Now,
idea
Thor, this
Duck
is one of
Flare
your
was so
favorites.
Oh yes,
strong.
this is probably the hardest fight in the game to learn and master. Instead of health bars, we got those time gauges
Oh,
at the
the card
top. That's
one?
how we're going to kill Luxord. For Sora, it's irrelevant. First, we got to get out of this die form. We're going to go into do a little ground combo on Luxord. Make him spawn some cards. Do
I
what
love
we
how
call
when you
reflect,
fight a
slap shot,
human or a
reflect,
human, like
RSR.
how does he
Basically,
get
we got
thrown
slap
around
shot
like a rag
off the
doll?
actual
It's such
fight.
a
It's
fun
quick little
animation.
attack that we can fit
Very,
in
very
between two reflects.
enjoyable.
So we get 2 reflects worth of damage on Luxord, lots of damage, and we can quickly push him into this next phase where we're hoping to see these mini games here, which we can reflect on him and then quickly hit his RB so he goes into another attack, hopefully mini game. He's jumping, that's fine. Nin10 reacts. I think he's going to do a little
I don't think
magnet
I understood
combo.
the
Yep, so
mini
that keeps all the
games very
cards
well. I
around.
think I was just
Quickly reflect another
hitting
mini
him.
game, and we're just hoping to see
But
this
there's
for the
probably
rest of the fight.
some
That card
sense to
staying
it.
alive is a little dangerous, so Nintendo's going to have to pay attention to that.
All right, this is fine. Luxord's going underground.
Yeah, so hopefully try to avoid this because you can't hurt him during that, but it's a pretty small time.
So you actually have to
beginning,
do
it's
the
not a big deal.
mechanic and, like, figure
but
out
cards
where-
are really unlucky. It's pretty much just like a 50-50 if he does cards or not, and not much you can do about it. You just have to react accordingly.
Nin10 smartly using that or that reflect there because he knew a card was just about to attack.
The tech
him.
here, you can reflect into the card.
I never knew that.
Okay.
Yeah, basically I activated the fire card after I had reflected, which
here.
gives me the reflect damage off.
A quick RSR there on the minigame is a fun little thing you can do if you have a card alive and attacking you. But now we're going to push Luxord into his DM health threshold. Cool thing about Luxord is when he's DM'd, he cannot retaliate when he's grounded. So we're going to keep Luxord grounded in one super long limit form combo here. Basically skip his final DM and end the fight.
Did not know you can do that.
All right.
I
you
really
can
want to
just do
give
a
this
couple
a
attacks
try.
here.
This looks so
And there's
fun.
one-
Oh no! Okay, so funny thing is that this exact thing happened
Wait.
in my last 3D run. So I think
Wait,
it's just a
what
curse.
happened? How did he?
Luxord is, like you say, one of the hardest, if not the hardest fights in the whole
yeah.
world.
Here's one of the other things about this fight is that it
But
changed
didn't? But
in the jump
wasn't
from 30 FPS
wasn't
to
Lux
60
out
FPS
of
in a way
out of
that
time?
pretty much
I don't
just affects
understand how he
speedrunners.
failed.
Yeah.
I'm gonna need some context
The card
here.
attack that we were keep
'Cause
saying
I
we
thought
don't
he was
really want to
doing
see. We'd
fine.
rather see
No?
mini game over and over, not as much the cards.
Did I see that
card
wrong?
attack used to have all
Damage?
the cards that spawn
Wait, what about the
jump
damage?
and like follow Luxord, and it was generally exactly what you wanted because if they're coming towards you, you can reflect them reliably. the jump to 60 FPS for some reason made it unreliable. Sometimes they'll follow Luxord and thus follow you, other times they won't. Like they just didn't right there. So you then have to react to which one they do, which is one of the things that makes this fight so much more difficult. In fact, newer runners of this game, if you're on PC, set your FPS to 30. Just do it every time, like for a long time. It'll be way more consistent for you.
Yeah, it's a lot more like reactionary.
That's a good tip.
Than 10 has to play this fight because it's going to be different every single time he does it. Ideally, he just does the minigame every single time.
Do you want to set it to 30 just for this fight or for the entire run?
A little bit hosed, seeing cards over and over and over and over again.
That card just knocked him away, did not let him catch Luxord, so he was able to go underground.
I wish I understood more about what was going on.
The other thing about this fight that makes it hard is the terrain. Like, you see there's this slope terrain. And
I guess until you start running, you can't really understand
everything.
everything.
To retaliate in the air because that will guarantee a jump, and he'll instantly go underground.
I think this is his first death.
Here.
Okay, yeah. With Ether, this should be good on damage. So as Spike mentioned a long time ago, if you use Ars Arcanum, this attack right here with all the rapid slashes from KH1, and you don't use the very last attack
Pumpkin is my favorite fucking weapon.
It will not apply revenge value from that entire attack.
Wait.
So you get a bunch of hits.
We're not counting the Cerberus death, right? Where he died on purpose.
The nice thing about the death is that Nintendo was able to finish in limit form,
was the
so he gets
second
all
one?
his drive back here instead of having to build it back.
Yeah, it just goes to show how difficult this entire speedrun is because you get through the entire, the first 2 hours of the run, and then you get to the hardest part of the game, the boss gauntlet, and one death is just running over.
Yeah, minutes lost.
Is there any point to making saves because you can continue every time?
Yeah, so we're going to quick run here to get Donald in the correct position to not die to that hit right there. Now we're going to make sure Donald doesn't get hit at all because we need him to be alive for Wisdom Form and Duck Flare. We'll also preset it because we have to go into Wisdom Form very quickly here. Use a magnet to get a retaliation here. Go into this and use Aero Spiral 6 times for damage amplification.
Not Donald actually being useful.
Go into Wisdom Form.
Hey, I can't welcome in. How are you
Expects to get hit there, by the way.
Get Syx away from that Claymore because if he's too close, that Duck Flare will split the damage between Syx and the Claymore.
That
for practice fights, of course.
A ton of damage. Unfortunately, Donald died, so he couldn't go into a second Duck Flare there.
Aw. Do you get to revive him?
Pretty easy to get out of this phase, though.
Yeah.
Or
so
is it just
in this fight, he just does a few attacks.
Aww.
Use a Claymore again. Now we can potion Donald.
So you can go for the Reflect, be safe, potion Donald, so now you can use that Duck Flare limit again, and there we go, finished off the fight.
Yep, that's an unfortunate part of running crit in level 1 is Donald can die very easily, and sometimes it's out of your control.
Yeah, like Nintendo did pretty much everything he could there to keep Donald at full health for as long as possible.
Yeah, I didn't used to use summons at all. I kind of want to do a run so that I can use summons. Is that weird?
Run into the path of the Claymore, and that's about all you can do. If you have enough time, you can maybe throw a potion.
I want to use more of all of this.
It's just he's gonna get hit very late.
So we're about to head up
Such
to
a nice
Zemnis.
run.
He is the final thing standing between us and victory. Let's try to get in one more quick donation as we're running up the ramp.
For sure,
I love
we
this
have a
animation
$50 donation
like,
from
how
Bryce
this bridge
and
is spawning.
Robot.
It's so
For
good.
anyone still confused about the story of Kingdom Hearts, it is simply thus. My friends are my power. When friends come together, they can do amazing things, like share techniques to beat games in ridiculous time.
That's still impressive.
Raise incredible amounts of money for charity, or even
Took me a full
explain
day
the
to beat
story of
Roxas, I
Kingdom
think.
Hearts Lesson 3.
Thank you
I'll
so
stream
much.
day.
Thank you.
Thank you for
Maybe
that
not.
donation.
I don't know.
Not going for building lists. I'm so disappointed.
So I think that,
How insane is it that he's going to be done with the game in 12 minutes?
Zemnis here, and we're going to do a cool little cinematic running up the building, and there's going to be a set of 3 reaction commands here. We want to wait till the very last one, because that's going to do maximum damage.
Of course, welcome in.
Put him in position
How are you
for us
today?
to begin the fight. Name of the game is keep him off this ramp and those stairs at the bottom there. So Sora's going to land first, Ninten's going to jump and do an air combo on Zemnis to put him into the middle of the arena, away from these stairs, where we will really get messed up if he's there. And basically do a set of 3 reflect, slapshot, reflect combos on Zemnis here, because he's guaranteed to do this attack.
Like you can't reach him or something, or he does
Now Zemnis
something.
should be in his second phase here, where he's going to start teleporting around and give us one of 3
It's a
different
run
attacks.
full of gimmicks.
The
I
short
love
attack,
it.
There's one where you can
so
summon a
many
shield, which nope,
cool
here's the long
things that you
attack.
get
This
to
is
do
actually
once
ideal
you
to
learn
see
how
right
to
here,
do them.
because it lets
I'm
us
doing
get in
great.
the
I'm
most amount
excited
of
for
damage
today.
possible on Zemnis.
We're going to start Birth by
We're
Sleep.
going to try to end this fight in
Apparently
one
very
long,
soon.
Going towards the stairs, it's not good.
I think you're
Yep.
good. You're good.
Okay.
But why?
Got him.
What's
Yes.
up with the stairs?
Nice. It was
Maybe they'll tell me.
so critical that Nintendo ended that
Personally.
in limit form once committing to it, because otherwise it would not have
Hey,
any
Boxer.
drive
Yes.
coming out of
does
this
it?
fight. And
How come?
Or it would have one drive gauge,
Yeah.
I guess, coming out of this
Like,
fight.
it's harder
and
to hit
you
him?
really need drive for this next section.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, drive management is so important throughout this entire run.
Yeah.
There's one thing that can refill your drive, really. One item pickup in the entire run.
Oh, he was
And
gonna do the
Nintendo just doesn't
building
even
thing
get
again.
it.
Oh, that's a long.
One thing to mention is that we're only down to
sequence.
one potion now, which is all
you
that we
don't wanna do
need, as
that.
long as nothing bad happens.
Riku's pretty much a nurse at this
Yes,
point.
he is.
They keep your party alive.
That's true. Riku has has some potions on him to begin with, has some ethers, because I don't think you took them, right?
No, yeah, he's got ethers too.
And then he also has
Yeah, it
a
makes perfect
healing
sense.
spell, or his healing
Yeah.
ability, that costs
very different
99
from the
MP, not
games
100,
that
which
I
means he can actually
speedrun.
use it twice per MP
Since I do
bar.
turn-based, if I ever do this run, I'm gonna have
So
to
going through the buildings
just
here, we're going
be
into
aware
this is the
of
final
where
boss
we
rush, so
actually
if
go
you,
with our
If you go in here, you
activities.
can't return to any other part of the game. We're gonna get through the core
It
here.
would be a big
with
challenge,
magnets. Just have to knock everything into the cylinders.
I'm tempted.
I want Riku to refill my magic after I use 3 magnets, because the 4th magnet will put me into MP recharge. So Riku doesn't usually do it when he's attacking, but when he's done, he should hopefully.
There
you
you
go.
go. Good.
Thanks, Brett.
Do the same thing for the cylinder right here.
Nintendo presetting his menus to
Yeah, especially in this
places we wanna be for
mode.
the next fight here.
One convenient
They
thing
hit
about
you
just
like
how
what, like
any
3
percent
times
happens
and
to
you're
route
dead?
out is the only magic that you get all 3 instances of is actually magnet. So we have a full-on magnega, which is big drawing in all enemies around you if they exist anywhere, which is particularly useful also going into this next fight right here.
Yep, so here I'll be falling a little bit. It's really precise where I time the magnet here, because I want to do as much damage as I can to the enemies inside of it. Just like this, do a thunder
didn't
to
know you
finish
can
it
do
out
that.
in master form. Then we're going to do a magnet into another magnet and use Word to Goof one last time to clear the rest of the wave here. Just like that.
So good. Back up to 3 drive again, so you can summon
Hey,
Genie.
Neon, welcome in.
Yep, and then Genie, we're going to do some more Genie canceling. This one's harder because you have to swap over to master form mid Genie cancel. Do a very precise
Warning.
magnet again right here.
Intentional hit, by the way.
Yes. Now target swap over to this assassin, use a magnet,
This one's
move over
fucking
closer to
fun.
the core, do another magnet Ultima with the magnet shuffle. Now this Trinity limit is going to do damage to the creeper, and then it will do damage to the core afterwards right here.
So good.
Go into
Neon,
Valor
look.
form. As Spike mentioned, we're doing extra damage in Valor form.
Nintendo also put the Oblivion Keyblade on Valor form just to help us get over that threshold.
And now trying to build back up to 3 drives so that he can go into Valor form again for another MP refill to not have to throw 2 ethers, because he's pretty limited on ethers at this point.
Now this fight's pretty hard.
Canadian Sora.
Starts in Valor form, gonna have to revert and then go straight into attacking the boss. And then the elixir that we got earlier
Man,
is
my
for this
game
fight
crashed
here.
on this Lich
He's going
King
to try
fight.
to keep Donald alive, use a
I had to
duck
do
flare
it all
and an
over
elixir
again.
right before it so that it lands right after
Actually,
using
not this
the
one,
duck
the
flare.
next
That's gonna refill
one.
his MP bar completely. Then he can ideally use another duck flare and get a little bit of extra reflect damage first.
Thankfully, Donald stayed alive.
Yes.
He is literally at 1
Fucking
HP.
duck
right now.
flare.
So
Look
good.
at
Armin's
that.
in this one is like, I cannot express to you how difficult it is to do that strategy, because you have to continue a combo. Just to like start a combo and keep it going while also throwing an elixir and duck flare in the middle of it. Like, that is not something you
How am
do.
I gonna learn that? How am I
That is just
gonna?
hard. You usually would do any of those
Did you
things in
see
between
that?
combos, but you have to do it in the middle of the combo there.
And this fight's really interesting because we get to do a thing called finisher canceling, where if we use Riku's attacks in between our finishers, it lets us keep our finishing plus. So we can do infinite finishers, which is good because the finishers knock all of the enemies over towards the enemies. It is difficult to do though, because as you can see, I have to claw the controller and hit X and square or circle and X, depending on if I have to drain the attacks coming at me or not. You can also die here very easily.
This is a fight you cannot heal on, so it's incredibly dangerous, incredibly heartbreaking when you die in a run. I have lost a few runs to dying
It's
in
an
this fight.
insane run.
And this is the
I love
same
it.
principle that the Genie canceling operates under, where you can do extra
I should
horizontal
be
slashes.
silly and
But
give
with
it a
that,
go.
basically Nintendo's just going to be trying to
should.
survive, defeat each piece of Dragon's Empress as quickly as possible. So it's going to be probably one of our last chances for donations.
Sounds great. We have a $25 donation to MSF from Patsikin. Say, fellas, did somebody mention the Doctors Without Borders? I am so willing to do any voices that y'all want. I have a $100 donation from Archie23. Nintendo's ability to recover from any
The
circumstance
snake
is
voice
wild.
is gone. Look
You're
at
the
that.
best, brother. Doctors Without Borders is one of the best causes you can donate to. Please help if you can. Time for another one?
Yep.
Yeah. Until
we-
you see Blue Eyes White Dragon off your screen, you're good.
Okay, okay. We have a $250 donation from Barbados Slim.
Any Yu-Gi-Oh
Five
fans?
Limb. I'll keep it simple and
That's so
clean
funny.
and say the Kingdom Hearts franchise was a sanctuary for me and my brother growing up. That said, I still don't understand the full lore.
And my brother growing up. Just add that in at the end there.
He's not wrong.
We have a $25 donation from Viking Viking. Long-time watcher, first-time
I love
donator
Yu-Gi-Oh
here.
so much.
Had to donate during the best game ever created. Kingdom Hearts
the first
will always
one,
have a
the
special
later
place
ones,
in my life.
not
And
really.
with J, Hobbs, Spike, and Nintendo, this can only get amazing. Greetings from Germany.
Awesome. That'll
All
take
right.
us to the end of this fight.
Yeah, so one thing to mention is like I
They
hit
literally built a fucking
twice there
Exodia.
in sections that are pretty luck-based if you get hit or not, which is fine because we can tank them. But now going into this fight, we keep our health. So I'm gonna hope that Riku can throw a potion. Ideally, not use his magic
now
because
I
we can
wanna
do some cool
rewatch
stuff with
Yu-Gi-Oh.
it. He did
Damn
use the
it.
magic though, which is fine. We just have to take a little bit of a slower first phase here. That blade one-shots, so we cannot get hit
The
by
first
that.
one,
And
like
yeah,
the original,
barrier
is just
almost
so
one-shots.
good. It's too good.
I mean, technically.
Here's where
Blaze
my
is
game
the
crashed.
fastest
I remember.
True.
actual-
Nothingness is a turn.
Oh shoot, we don't have a.
So this is a 3-phase fight, effectively. Used to actually be 4 phases back. KH2 English. Yeah.
Did it?
I know, yeah.
I'll play that
it was.
again.
They combine the first two. That's why you do so much damage
Yeah.
in the first phase.
I don't have them in the
'Cause out here
reaction.
for the other 2 phases, it's just going to be
In the reaction
a bar and a half
scenes.
apiece. And again, love that usage of Combo Master there, reflecting that lance attack and then dragging it with the slide dash to where the splash damage from the reflect also hits.
Yeah, because Combo Master allows you to continue a combo even if your attacks do not connect with the enemy. Whereas normally, you need to connect those attacks.
Nintendo went for something here called what we call fast building. When you just saw Sora tweaking all over the screen just there, that was Nintendo spamming the aerial dodge to get as much height as possible.
Yeah, you actually get all of your growth abilities, all the ones you would
Yeah.
get from the drive forms in this fight, whether you've unlocked them or not. So that's why he's gliding. It's
I
how
was
he's
moving through
using
the
aerial
sky
dodge,
so
and he
slowly.
couldn't
I
even dodge
remember
roll
not
if he
really
wanted
knowing how to
But
glide
gonna try to make
and
sure that he's
back
at
in
full
there.
MP at the end of this fight, or at least close to it. And that should be good. So
All right, heading
Last
into the
fight of the
final
round?
fight here.
Yes.
I thought
This
he actually
has
blocked
one of the
that, 'cause there
coolest
was a
threats in the
shield up
game.
and everything.
We call it Dancing with the Devil because we're gonna be using reaction commands and staying on
did
the
he
ground when you're
really?
supposed to be flying
I'm
up in
gonna
the
have
air
to take
during
a
the
listen.
sequence. And we'll
Is
be
it on his
using
YouTube
well-timed
channel?
reflex and a well-timed combo to get extra damage in. Right here is the difficult
I
combo.
really want to see what he does with
Reflect finisher, use reversal, get
I
into
almost
another
said
reflex.
Cloud now. With
and only some
getting Sora
Xemnases. There's
back.
like
Is there
him
like
and a clone.
like an easier
only
way to
one
do
of them
it
takes
than-
damage. So knowing exactly when to do each reflex so that it lands its damage.
Oh,
on
because
the
you
one
have to
that can actually
heal
take it.
before he grabs Sora. That makes sense because you want to have enough time, right?
Nice, and what we're looking for here is trying to get him basically right above 4 bars of health. Because once he, ooh,
Good audible.
golly.
So I know how to recover this, it's fine.
He has to.
We're gonna
Yeah.
wait for him to appear right next to us, which would take a little bit here.
What happens if? Oh, grabbing
Ours
Sora
advantage.
skipped. Oh, thank
Interrupted
God!
an attack
Really?
that Xemnas generally would do there.
How do you? How?
Now we're gonna go back to doing Dancing with the Devil here.
When that health bar gets just under 1, about like 80% of 1 bar left, the game's over.
Oh, I hope you enjoy playing
And that's
this
it.
here.
That should put
Very
him in.
nice.
How?
Oh, you don't have enough drive for the for like a swag form
yeah.
or something.
All right, that is basically the end of the run. There's a minute and a half here, and then time is when I hit Final Zenith. So I want to take this time to give a huge shout out to the KH community. Big shout out to my couch, Spike, Hobbs, and Thar C1. Shout out to my girlfriend
Oh,
Haru. And for anyone wanting to learn this run, it would be
I'm
really
doing my
awesome
first
if we got new
playthrough.
runners. So
Right now it's going
head over to
slowly 'cause I'm being silly and
speedrun.com/KH2, I
playing it
believe,
on
and go
expert.
to the resources or guides tab.
But I'm
actually
at
made
the
a Google
lamp
document
guy.
that has a list of everything you need to get
And
started.
I will likely
I think
switch
this is
to
the best time to
normal
get into the game because of Gummy Skip. It makes
for
the
that
run,
fight.
so much better
'Cause
pace for new runners.
Stage 2
And,
just demolishes me when I get to
I think
it.
that's probably
This
about
run
it.
is actually insane.
Anything you guys want to say?
Thanks for letting us do this again. I
Go
always love
shopping,
commentating
no
this game.
worries.
It's so
Thank you for
impressive to watch
sticking
you play
around.
it. And
Do get
big
your
shout-outs
drink.
to all of the people who helped push this further, like Nintendo, Insert Logic, VG Master.
How
so many
insane is
people,
this
too many
run?
to name.
I mean, I just want to give a special shout out to all
I'm
the modders
tempted.
out there,
Should I
Detonators,
do
Sonic
it?
Shadow
Should I give it a
Silver,
try?
for basically
Maybe not
making
like
the Gummy Skip
tomorrow,
mod and all the other
but
practicing and running this game.
I would have to like get notes
And
and
if
you know
you,
figure it out
if you
and
wanna watch
whatnot.
more
But
Kingdom
how
Hearts content, I
fun
do
would
a
it
lot
be
of
to
it on
just you know to just learn it?
Get
So,
ready on time.
ending right here.
Yeah, I saw him. He's actually doing a speed run, isn't he? I think he's doing an expert glitchless. I
Pretty
do
happy
not
with
know
that.
how
It
to
was
do
a good
it.
run.
Very good.
I'm happy, glad that I was able to show it off. Thank you so much, UDQ, for having me, and I'll hand it over.
See y'all next time.
See ya.
Holy shit, that was a good run. Honestly, that was something else. Thank you, Renora, again, if you're here for sharing the link, guys. If you don't follow Nintendo, make sure to. Actually, do you know what? Oh, I don't want to stop recording. No, can I do this? Is it embarrassing? It's not, right? I hope that's the right channel. No, in all seriousness, it's it's because it pops up in a person's feed, and you know, if he does open his Twitch dashboard, it's gonna be like, what the fuck? But honestly, great run. Go follow him if you haven't done so yet. I really enjoyed the run, so I hope yeah, I mean, I hope you'll enjoy the streams as well. I will definitely drop by to watch some runs, you know, if he's still running and whatnot. So yeah, thank you for watching it with me. We're gonna start Birth by Sleep.